All right, let us party. All right, there we go. How's it going, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me do a quick YouTube test, and I'll start saying hello to all of the fine nerds. Hello, Yayuri. Congratulations on your first. Hell yeah. Hello, Steve. Hello, Moss. Hello, Derp. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing, nobody? How you doing, Jack? Hey, it's all good if you gotta go. It's all good. It's all good. How you doing, Jay? And oh yeah, Chapter Master. I've honestly kind of meant to been playing that for years. Like I remember hearing about it like way back in the Halcyon days. It seemed fun, but I think at that point I didn't know enough about 40k, so I was just like, oh, it's fine. I don't need to know. It'll be cool. How you doing, Ars? And how you doing, Matthew? And nerd. Me? Me? A nerd? Gasp. Never would have thought about it. Anyway, I spent most of today building a group of Anglo-Danes. So, look, I got the lads. These are going to be painted tomorrow. Are we? Yeah. I have like the fan name. I got Howlbuds, but I think I just call you nerds most of the time because it feels right. Yeah, it depends if you count the English a man, a actual human. No, I mean these are also part Danish too. That's fine. I have no issues with the Dutch. How you doing, Ramnor? How you doing? Yeah, so I got to play Saga, which is a historical war game last weekend. I had a fun time, and I decided to actually like get some minis from that range. Well, not. There are minis meant for historical war games, so I was like, I'll pick some of those up. That might be fun. How you doing, man? It's very late. It's fine. It's. Then again, where I'm at, it's so relatively fresh. Oh, you kiss your uncle with those lips? What the fuck? the Denmarkians, whatever. For some reason, I don't know why. That was just like a little slip up in my brain. Don't worry. I vaguely know where things are on this planet. Vaguely. More or less. I've really dumped a lot of important information in my brain so I could just fill it with nonsense. But hey, speaking about nonsense, hey, look. Just on the fucking Shrek emote, I'm sorry. There we go. But yeah, I will be working again on these lads. These are my lascannon squad for Horus Heresy. They're reasonably far along as far as being done goes, actually. I was gonna, like... They're at that stage where you look at the overall model and you're like, oh, that's, like, not that much to do. But I also see, like, little bits and crevices that are going to need some attention. Go ahead and we'll start this bad boy off by popping off the arms and just going from there. Oh, I also, for the, for the Dordian Heresy Blood Angel, I revamped the base. I did the base, and I was like, how you doing, Spork? How you doing? I like the base. I was doing the base. I was like, I don't like the way I did it. So I redid the base. So now he will fit like all cool and tall on it. But I still gotta like airbrush his claws so they can do like sick glow effects. I guess I haven't had a proper like hobby day to myself in a minute. It's weird because like how you literally paint minis on stream. You're not wrong. But there is that kind of like for me like supremely peaceful like I'm just for my chair. It's like put on some YouTube videos, build some minis, do some glue in, just like nothing too wild as far as stuff. Oh, there we go. I was looking for a palette. But yeah, got that going on. I'm gonna be playing Trench Crusade tomorrow, which I'm excited. I also realized I did not. What's it called? I realized I did not have an amalgam, so I printed one, and I have like little arms and legs I want to glue to it. He will not be ready for tomorrow's game, but the mini will be there. I've never whittled wood before, actually. It sounds like it could be fun. I don't know. Infinite hobbies could potentially be neat. No, I don't mind the tormenting and bad jokes. It's just for some reason, like, for me, despite the fact that I like painting, I really, really do. But, nothing is as supremely relaxing as just like building models. Also, Archmagos Visario, how you doing? How you doing? Thank you for the prime sub. How you doing, Robert? Ahoy, ahoy! How you doing as well? But yeah, I got these lascannons, and they got some stuff that I need to do to them. So, metal hands, need to do some touch-ups on a couple little bits, get them glued, get the back tubes also glued. So we got stuff and things going. Part of me this weekend, I was like, I should probably reorganize my shit, and I proceeded to daughter's home for the weekend. Yay! Oh, did you call your daughter a bad joke, or are you just like, we've gone to like constant joke war with each other, which is what has kept me fresh. That can be taken either way, and both options are funny, but it's what is more mean funny than the other? Yes, hell yeah, let's go. But yeah, I do actually like really enjoy building models. It is pretty peaceful. I was looking for some other stuff to other little projects I want to do. I still have the Calgar kicking around in my kitchen that I need to do something with. So I don't know if he's going to be ready or not. I have grabbed my Primaris hover tank that I was given by Headless last December. It's I have effectively a month and some change to get that built and painted before I'm like, oh god, I'm a terrible person. Nah, it's fine. I think the thing is when you gift someone a model, it's tricky to be like, here's a gift for you. Build it and paint it within X amount of days. Because like I don't know, I'm like once again, I am a very fickle mini person. The Calgar in the kitchen, yes. I every day when I go to the kitchen to like get some food, I'm like, he's like, Calgar on the shelf. How do you feel? And he's like, I crave death. And I just leave. One does. Found a boxing gym. Ooh, that sounds pretty real legit. There's like a big gym opening up near me, which I want to check out. A conversion. Hey, yo, let's go. I'm glad your friends liking the conversion and Spire. Legitimately, if I had to play Conquest, I would play Spires. Because for me, I mean, they do like the body horror freakazoid shit that I like. Like you guys know I'm pretty transparent. And how you doing, that guy? Elvish giant. I'm tall. I don't know. I feel like there's a couple of extra steps that I would need to overtake before I could really qualify for giant. I'm a big guy for you, but like I'm just like not giant, I think. Oh yeah, so you sent me the goblin thing, and I have not gotten a chance to look at that. I have not really been on Discord today at all. Like I said, it was listening to audiobook and painting, and then also YouTube. Oh yeah, so like I got farther in it was I forget which Fabius Bile is the first one. I want to say it's like Primogenitor. I think that's the first Fabius Bile book. I got to part 3. Oh shit, we got an ad break. Like this is what I'm talking about, where it's like I look at this model and I'm like, oh yeah, it's got like most of the colors on it, but there's always these like little sneaky little bits off to the corners of color red. I think the game plan is to get all the hands at the very least. Get all the hand and gun stuff. I was like, where are you going with that joke, Jay? Oh yeah. I see now. It was to set up puns. Oh yeah. There's a Matthew? What was the name of that game you linked to me? It was like Goblin Sprawl or something like that. Is it the kind of like one of those like I am a guy on Patreon and I've made a super duper indie game? A lot of those seem pretty neat, but it's tricky. Like I love the fact that there's now a shitload of like indie war games out there that people play. Getting the bandwidth to do all of them is very hard. If I had my druthers, I feel like that's like the what's it called? There's like that like the guerrilla mini wargaming team that kind of all got together and like I just like that they kind of have like a channel with like a group where everyone was like, "Fuck it, we're playing this game today." I kind of enjoy that idea. The Great Goblin Argle-Bargles. There's that one here, and I'll paste over to the YouTubes for you just to make that here. Okay. The YouTube and the Twitch side, you guys are in alignment. Everybody is here for the other one. So, oh yeah, no, that's the one thing. Yeah, Unity. Like I've painted some models recently that I consider like tabletop standard. That I'm like, this blows out the fuck of my most impressive stuff years ago. And like I look at them now, I'm like, that was like a little mediocre quickie thing I did. I have an example. I actually have legitimately an example of that on my table right now. I'll show you guys once I get the little bit of metal in his hand. Can do that. Fast game of Goblin Tribes having a smash it. I can play on stream. Okay, that might be fun. It would be kind of cool. I don't know the best way would ever be to do like a war game with chat. God, wouldn't that be messed up if it was like, all right, it's Trench Crusade with chat. Here we go. There's 2 factions you get randomly assigned, and then everybody has to do like a weird consensus thing. There's probably some way to do it. I'm always like looking for new ways to really sort of like, maybe bridge the gap is the wrong word, but sort of like smooth out the process of like letting you guys play games through the medium of a stream. There's always like little scuffy bits to still work out, but I think I'm beginning to get better at that as the years go on. Oh god, yeah. Oh, priming must be rough, yeah. Oh yeah, trench pilgrims. I do have a list of trench pilgrims. I'm gonna be running Black Grail tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, check this guy out. This guy's for Trench Crusade. You guys might have saw him at the very last minute on Wednesday's stream. And he is basically red and gray that was dry brushed with a metal and then streaking ground. I guess his base is honestly doing a lot of covering. It's just his base is just like 3D printed rocks and layers of just like dirt texture. There's a tombstone and cork. I'm like, this guy's like, I did a little quickie thing for like a little speed paint for tabletop if I want to use this for like a demo guy. Like, it looks really nice, especially compared to like some models I did ages ago. Hey there, Nintendo. Yeah, he's honestly the parts if you would ever want to make your own, that guy. This is a Sir Nicholas arms and gun, and yes, arms and gun, and then the body, head, and shoulder pads are from Bestiarum, Night of the Beast. Like, what's it called? Night of the Beast. It's they're like totally not Chaos Space Marine stuff like that. What are you doing? So like you want to be super? I feel like there's gotta be some way you could render yourself super conductive. I can't imagine that's a good existence though. Yeah, I need to check out Randon's bot setup because I think that's the thing is I want to figure out the best way to like if there's indecision that it doesn't lock up the. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to look at the thing that he and Casper and some other people did a while back. I do need to do that. Oh yeah, but I didn't tell. The Marines are going good. These were effectively I'm picking up from maybe like a week ago. So they're like reasonably far along, but there's always like little bits. There's like little bits. Ain't the inside of the pauldron. I think realistically the inside of pauldron will not be. Like, these are not. People were like thought this is magnetic, but like no, this is just they just fit really snug. So that's why eventually I'm gonna glue them. Without to make them. Well, yeah, I should definitely look for. I've been trying to look for some tools. I need to bug the if you guys know Moriko Bad at Video Games. I contacted the person who does a lot of the like stream manipulation tools. I need to poke them again. I have not heard a response, but it sounds like from what I can understand, they're a nice person that might just be busy. Which, hey, if anyone has ever DM'd me and got a response like 3 weeks later, I understand. I get it. I'm bad at responding too. We'll see. Well, the part of the thing is, I get to a certain degree, I get you, Nintendo. The thing is, because I do a lot of videos, because I do a lot of like 3D rotators, sometimes those will catch angles that like on the tabletop or like you casually looking at the model would miss. Like I've had so many times where I've had a model and I'm like, this is good, and then it hits like a magical angle and I'm like, oh god, I see the flaws. How you doing, Kenzie? I'm doing good. I'm painting some of Word Bears, the best boys who did nothing wrong ever in the history of the Horus Heresy or anything to do. See, I might have got lucky. Like sometimes here's if there's ever a big delay between the response, I can legitimately tell you what happens. If you get an instant response, it's because I'm by my computer and I'm like, oh shit, there we go. I got a message. I can answer. If it takes a while, what happens is I'm out, I see your message, and I'm like, oh, I should respond to that message. And then, whoop, it goes out of my brain. Luckily, I've been able to explain that to some people. Yeah, finding unprimed spots is kind of rough, too, exactly. That's why I like keeping... airbrush primer is super nice to have, even if you don't airbrush, because you can paint it on. And like sometimes it is legitimately very, very, very nice for like getting little touch-up zones like that. But yeah, otherwise I do agree this is probably overkill. Like if I'm getting little bits of paint back there, will people notice that? Objectively, probably the vast majority of the time, no. Am I painting because I'm paranoid of a very specific camera angle? Yes. Seals for supportless goblins. Oh yeah, let's go. I always then again, the last time I tried it, there was like some Vevictus minis had these really cool like supportless barricades. But my old printer, because it was dying, would like print those without supports, but it would like leave like weird bubbly holes in them. I was like, oh, I don't like these actually. I need to give them another shake because I'm almost 100% willing to believe that is my printer fault. The new printer continues to be great. I'm printing out a bunch of stuff. What am I printing? Oh yeah, I can show you. These! I got the wrong size, but these are going to be bases for some Tyranids. Here we go. The lad. Hey, I usually can't do sub-assemblies these days, Duke, because I am doing 3D prints, and a lot of times they come as one piece. God damn, do I love sub-assemblies. Sub-assemblies are life. Sub-assemblies are love. You're so good. How you doing? Brush on airbrush. Oh god, yeah. I'm lucky that the Vallejo Mecha Primer Black has been good to me. I know there's also that like Style Res or whatever the fuck. It's spelled in a way that is incomprehensible to my brain, so I will never exactly remember how it's spelled. But the concept is simple. Style Res or whatever. Metal bits and also gotta get these screens over here. The fact that all these lascannons have itty bitty little screens is funny. How you doing, Mighty Tundra? And then, oh shit, we're going. Oh, so this is mimic mode without Jay getting involved. This is new in assigned territory. The gun is from MP. It is a lascannon, but it is a third party like bits. I can get you the link for it. Hold on, I can do that. I can get you the link. Let's see. Really, I've always really enjoyed this guy's work. That no spam for message because my brain said, "Oh, yeah, I sometimes I do have that thing where it's like, oh god, I waited too long to respond. Maybe I shouldn't respond. Maybe I'm getting weird about this." That's like, I don't get that bad of brain rot, but I do get a little bit. I'm not scared to like message people for things, but I'm scared to. Ooh, he's released some new hands since I. Yeah, basically the here I'll paste this both chats. I do not have a command for this or anything, but that's fine. Basically, the backpack, the head, the gun with the arms are all from the same dude. Have a D&D. Oh fuck yeah, let's go. Are you playing or running? Either way, oh fuck. Yeah, either way, oh fuck. That's just me dropping my brush. You're fine. But fuck yeah. Well, I'm glad you're having fun. But oh my, stay away now. Oh fuck yeah, let's go. I just don't need to get some. I gotta get some things like rolling. I gotta get some campaign stuff going again. Just poking some people and whatnot. I do want to get some. I need especially as the end of the year is rolling through. I need to begin planning for next session. Effectively, my next tabletop stream. I've really used to. I'm gonna be real. If you're already playing Pathfinder, I cannot see what D&D would offer you, other than maybe an easier access to a group. Because like if they're close enough thematically that like if you know one, that the other one will be like a pretty easy move over, but there's just a lot of times Pathfinder is just D&D with more options. Not that all the options are good. Pathfinder 2e has a lot of incredibly stupid feats. God damn, do I hate how stupid some of the Pathfinder 2e feats are. Don your armor really fast. Like there's feats in there that I have to assume that like some author is like partially like freelance or gets paid by the amount of words written. So they'll just knock out a bunch of feats for a fucking adventure path, and then nobody will actually use them. But hey, if you look at them in the adventure path, you're like, ooh, content. I do like content. Book I buy, sort of deal. But yeah, I mean, a feat that's a joke, but also feels real. Feels real. But yeah, overall, I'd say playing tabletop games is pretty legit. But like I don't know exactly if D&D gives you any specific. Like if you're like, I like Pathfinder, but I don't know if I like D&D. It's going to be sort of Pathfinder with less stuff in it. Now that might be good for you if you're like, God, I just want my barbarian to level up and just get perks every now and then. That's fine. Like that will absolutely happen if you play D&D. But otherwise, they're like similar enough. Like I don't know. I have a hard time thinking of a game that you could run in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, but not Pathfinder. They're that close thematic. Finder, I just lost her. My Saint Pain and fully assembled. You are. No, that's to be fair. Sub-assemblies are not an advanced technique, but they're not something that's intuitive. Like when you're getting into the hobby, it's like, what is it? You're like, all right, finish building the model, then paint the model. The idea that like maybe I actually don't build the whole model, so this will be easier to paint, feels weird. It absolutely does, and it takes some getting used to. And like I, once again, consider myself like an intermediate to advanced painter, and sometimes I just don't do sub-assemblies because I'm like lazy or I'm like, this will be fine, and then I regret it. And not all models are really good. Like sometimes like these guys, these what's how you doing, Shinoaki? How you doing? These guys were from the Vicatrix, late Normans, Anglo-Danes. No, late Saxons, Anglo-Danes. I could have done these in sub-assemblies. Maybe that would like getting behind his shield a bit easier, but like it would compromise the structural integrity a little bit, not super be worth it. It is kind of funny, just like I mean, I know there's scale creep and everything, but I do love comparing like a true, proper 28mm historical model with like a Primaris Space Marine. You're like, damn. Big lads. The lad. I will be painting those lads later tomorrow. Legitimately, I think a lot of them are just going to be painted. I'm just going to go like, what are you doing? Metal, 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 metal. Oh, I remember what I was going to do. Shield aside. Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of times for like another instance where it's really handy is bolters. That is not built yet at all. Whatever. This is a Horus Heresy bottle. Same like all this. Basically, I just have a bunch of Mark 6 bodies. Some of them I got used from my local shop. Some of them I just have from the Age of Darkness box. So this is a 3D printed las gun. I think I need to resize it a little bit. Snug. So I could absolutely glue the gun to its hands and just be done with it. But then you'll notice it's kind of just harder to really reach the stomach. Like you can, it'll be awkward, and sometimes you won't be highlights where you want them, but you absolutely can do that. You can absolutely do that. But sub-assembly for that kind of thing is a lot easier. Like yeah, Unity said, like shields are a good example. Really anything that would cover the body in a way to make it awkward for you. Really the buttons silver. A color. Like there's like a little divot for a little bit. How you doing, Cole? Pentia squads, I could crumble. Yeah, no, that's fair. Sometimes too it is like if it's much extra work, or like I said, I get lazy too. I could see that being good for a Pentia squads. Yeah, this might actually just be. I think I'm just gonna paint a lot of it green, and I'm just gonna touch it up with some after this because I don't shallow enough that I have a real hard time really like. I get where the screen's supposed to be, but actually like getting the guide into there. Actually, this one's going a bit easy. Could possibly be possible that maybe these were done at like. I'll touch up the rim with silver. With the guns for that. That might. I think it might help. If you had 10 fully assembled models. No, it's like I said, it's not a dumb thing. It's not a dumb thing. A lot of it is just like, I painted for quite a while without being introduced to the concept. But like, you can totally paint models without sub-assemblies. Some pros will just like build a whole model fully and then paint it. And even though that might introduce some hard angles, they'll just paint it and not give a shit. A lot of it is just like a preference and like it's more like a little. It's like a little tip. It's just like a nice little thing to do. Don't ever not do sub-assemblies and be like, oh, I'm fucking stupid. No, that's not right. That is not correct. It's just like it's a combination of like knowing to do it, having to want to do it, and then like I said, a lot of models don't even need a sub-assembly. Yeah, like what Yadi's saying. A lot of times I'm just like, it'll be fine. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. It'll be whatever. Here. Also, how you doing? How you doing, Mr. Sibs? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. What is Construction Simulator? How's it going, everybody? Welcome. If you do not know me, probably not the Mimic Elf. I'm a painting of the Nurgle and Skaven variety, and today I am painting some word bearers. I'm painting some word bearers of the, these are going to be a heavy support squad with lascannons, so I'm currently working on said lascannon. Before I glue the gun to the chest. But yeah, if you do not know me, I am Halbernot the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety. I also do a lot of like Trench Crusade, and I'm going to be doing some historicals this week, tomorrow. I got me some Danes. These I did not have to drill out the barrels because they're 3D prints and they got like a little nub. I was like, do I have an example of drilled barrels? I do drill my barrels, but how do I paint rats? And I do paint Skaven as well. I drill my barrels. I swear, all my models with drilled barrels are not within arm's reach. Yeah, you'll just have to trust me on this one. I do drill out my barrels though. Don't worry. Barrel drill out. Yeah. Take my word for it. Everything on my desk is either like does not have a traditional bolter. Like this guy's got a fucking we got a bunch of like flamer dudes. Let's look up you holding the lascan in my brain went. That's an odd looking airbrush. It to be fair, if I do it right, it does kind of look like I could see that. I could see where your brain would be like, huh, weird airbrush, my guy. I can totally get that. Oh yeah, how was Construction Sim, by the way? I've not heard of that. I don't know when it's coming out. I saw there's like a similar sort of Construction Sim game about being like a Slavic landlord in the 90s trying to like purposely half-ass things, where it's like you put in like you use like a lot of like insulation foam. You like put things on the wall crooked. You just kind of like jury rig. Effectively, you're trying to be like, how cheaply can you fix a house? Without like good tools. And I'm like, oh, that looked like, I usually those kind of games I'm kind of like, whatever, kind of borderline streamer bait. But like that one I was just like, that looks great. That one looks excellent. How you doing, Billy? Yeah, I didn't get I got the redeem for mimic mode pretty early, actually. Pretty early, not by Jay for a change. Yeah, it's effectively like a slumlord sim, yeah. But yeah, I do drill my barrels. I got drillers. I got like what's it called? I got a couple of those like little auger tools, but not to. Don't worry, I'm going to go back and like rebase coat some of the gray stuff, which is like if you're missed some areas, that's what's going on. Kind of get into there's like a little crisp on there. Kind of doing that. Western Europe map, and they have 2 separate camps. Ooh, okay, that sounds like pretty legit, actually. Sounds like a very, very like legit construction sim thing. Well, that's going on. Look at the lads. The lads I actually think are like relatively close, but there's a couple little bits where it's like I think the cables need some, like a tiny little bit of love. But I'm using Vallejo. I'm making like the fucking like noises of my vortex mixer without using the vortex mixer. I'm gonna use some more Vallejo gold on that. I also got me a nice clean palette today. I actually get to like see my very nice. I use a wet palette for most of my things, but if I'm using enamels or if I'm using the Vallejo metal colors, I do a dry palette just because it seems better for that. I just go around to these cables. Yeah, okay. There's also like little bits of metal for the back. A hand drill with a taped on cup. That sounds dangerous. Not for like a public safety thing. I just feel like that's one of those things that if that ever like stops working, you're just gonna splatter your entire house. Hey, it's all good. Best of luck with the pickup, and have yourself a good night. Take it easy. Like apparently, like a ton of little touch-up. This is good. This is good to get into the stuff. Yeah, I DIY some stuff, but like that kind of thing. To be fair, I also did get gifted this Vortex birthday, and it has been excellent. Oh my god, especially with the fact I'm doing a lot more enamel stuff recently. It's been a real life changer. Oh yeah, I was mentioning I got a bunch of Tyrannid stuff because I saw like a really cool video for like how to speed paint gaunts, and I still have a bunch of gaunts from the Leviathan box. I was like, you know what? I basically have, like, it's like how to speed paint without an airbrush. So I'm like, one hand, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But on the other hand, it's like, oh, I have an airbrush, so I could speed paint that even faster. Because, like, the Grimdark Compendium guys are like, yo, you should totally be airbrushing Goon's Grime. So, okay. I can see, based on what they're doing, that technique seems legit. The problem is every other like, the thing they don't ever mention, but other people do, they're like, yo, if you airbrush enamels, after the painting is done, you basically have to field strip your airbrush and cling everything down because the big thing about enamels that makes them really, really cool is that they dry hard. Like effectively, like you can still like mess around with them with mineral spirits and stuff, but when they dry, they harden, which is nice compared to like oil paints, which give you similar effects, but like you have to seal them in and whatnot. So they're usable on stream. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of stuff. This is there's like a Japanese anime character themed like dance, like electro dance group called Denobu that I've been listening to a lot of recently. They kind of do that thing where they have like cool like character bios and stuff like that, and like I've like fleshed out like little individual singers with backstories and designs and stuff like that. And I've been digging that recently. Yeah, I did the same thing that I did with the fucking Age of Sigmar 3rd Edition box Dominion, where I was like, huh, I'm the poster boy faction P. Shaw. I'm not gonna paint them at all. I'm gonna paint the enemy faction. Oh yeah, it's time for Cruel Boys and/or Tyrannids. How you doing, Chieftain? Welcome. I'm explaining my backlog. But I actually ended up painting the Marine / Stormcast instead. But like, I still got basically everything from that box built, so it's like, I might as well. Like, if that speed painting technique, which seems to be pretty easy to do, I might just do that just to like knock out like my grunts and then go from there. Like that might be fun. That might be fun. I don't think I'm ever going to get more Tyrannids, but it'd be fun just to be like, yo, I did all the Tyrannids from this box, and that's it. If for some reason someone ever needs stuff, like, I don't know, does someone that just needs someone to play Tyrannids with, I guess I got that option, but it seems unlikely. Realistically, there's no purpose for me getting Tyrannids other than, at the time I thought it would be cool to paint them, and I actually didn't enjoy painting Tyrannids, weirdly enough. You would think, like, as gribbly little creatures filled with carapace and sadness, you'd think I would like painting Tyrannids. I think I just never found a way to paint them that I enjoyed. I'm hoping the speed paint thing might rectify that, and if that's the case, I'll probably start chewing through more of them. We'll fucking find out, though. Also, how you doing, Abyssian? And how you doing, Abyssinian, my bad. And hello, Iron of the Spoon. Hey, how are both of you nerds doing? I am working on my word bears some more, because once again, I still don't know why I feel compelled to work my way through a Horus Heresy army. It's kind of just nice as a fun little long-term project, though. It's just like, yeah, a couple Marines here and there, get a couple character units, just have some fun with it. Not the worst. Yeah, I guess I effectively do have a combat patrol, but I feel like if I'm doing combat patrol games, I'm probably still doing like Death Guard or whatever. I guess it has to be Death Guard or Space Marines even, honestly, because at this point I do have a bunch of I got my Minotaurs. My Minotaurs are like fairly long as far as being painted go. Gold. Like which ones do I have that aren't painted? I have the I got the Infernus squad that are still like 80% done, and I just need to finish them off. I just don't want to do those on stream for some. Just pledged the Trench Crusade Kickstarter. Yeah, hell yeah. They got to 2 million last I checked, which is like, fuck yeah, let's go. I'm not surprised. Like, tabletop campaigns with legitimate interest do tend to make money. I've not really read a whole lot of the what's it, Brian Sanderson, the guy who does like Mistborn and stuff. I owned a copy of Mistborn at one point, and I just didn't get super far into it. Not because I disliked it. Just, a lot of times I just don't finish things I start. But I know he did a big Kickstarter thing for his like Cosmere campaign setting for like his own tabletop RPG, and that did fucking gangbusters apparently. So I do believe for like tabletop people, if you have an idea that they think is cool, they will fund your game to the tune of millions. Like, remember, I think we kind of forget it. I was like, how you doing, Cat? How you doing? Watching the tale. Like, there was even like the Kingdom Death monster. I kind of sometimes forget that was like one of the original Kickstarter darling projects, where it was like, yo, Kickstarter's a new platform. We're a new mini making company. Here's a really cool box board game with bespoke minis that at the time, definitely, and I would still probably argue that they do, like, in general, better mini quality than G-dubs. I don't think better mini quality than G-dubs is that rare these days, but absolutely at that time it was. Like, I think it took a bit for other people to get stuff that was, like, comparable, if not better quality. Let's just press it early. Ooh, yo, let's go. Sounds like a rad fucking haul. Hell yeah. Got that. I think the next plan is to do the rest of the metallics on the backpack. Big sip of my gamer juice. I don't know why I did that like pause for us. Like, I was thinking of something. For the best 2 hours a couple to really the Kickstarter thing or the stuff like that. Yeah. They seem pretty. I got a bunch of miscellaneous like odds and ends models from that, which will be exciting. And I will be painting those on stream. Apparently from what I understand, the game plan is that like once the Kickstarter ends, there'll be like a 2-week period for like pledge manager stuff. This is also something I really like about STL based ones. Spearhead. Oh yeah. Sorry, Spearhead. See some of the I mean, that's like a pretty fun format for that. I actually I more or less have the Maggotkin Spearhead. I'm just missing one model, which I now own. It was one of those like stupid like Plague Bearer like boss variants that only existed in the Spearhead boxes and stuff. And I was like, well, I don't want to buy one off of eBay for like $40 just for one dude so I could run all my Maggotkin as a Spearhead. And then someone at my shop just turned one in, and then they were selling it for like 15. I was like, oh shit, okay then. I guess I could do that. I have not painted him yet though. Might be. I don't know. I don't really have a big plan for what I'm gonna be painting next week, so maybe that could be fun. I haven't actually done like a Nurgle demon model in a hot minute. That might be neat. Yeah, no, I don't know. Part of my brain is like, I would actually like to play a Warhammer game at some point, but also, now is the fucking greatest time for me to play all these cool indie war games. Really missing that much. Not really missing that much. But also, once again, my brain is weird. It's like, I'm somebody who just almost exclusively paints. Like, I mean, I do play war games all the time. Like, I guess I'm not as much as I used to. Like, I used to be more of an only painter, and then now I'm going back into war games because I actually do enjoy them. even though I took a huge plus. But like there's also so many minis that I could just be like, well, I don't actually collect the whole faction or anything. I could just pick up a mini that I think, fuck it, just like get me just like 1,000 Suns, dude. I've actually been because in Primogenitor, I've been like, we're at that part where we're really interacting a lot. Oh god, okay, I totally fucked up his leg. Oh, it's because I got some gold on my other hand. Oh, I can fix that. That's not the biggest deal. That's not the biggest deal. Yeah, I actually just like fingers into there. All those are pretty decent options. I actually do like the Slaves to Darkness models from them, just because, like, I don't know. Classic Chaos Warrior style is super legit, and they've only continued to improve upon that with some of those releases. You get like the really good Chaos Warriors and the really good Chaos Knights. I'll figure something out. Usually I'm like on board with the pawn. That one is just like, oh god. That one might have been like mistakes were made. I guess if I turn this flip way, less likely to dunk my phone. Debating which type of, like, I am going to be enameling these guys. I just don't know if I want to do it like the lazy streak and grime style might potentially be neat. How you doing, Belner? Welcome. I'm reworking on the lads. Like, a little bit where it's a little red there. Nice compliment you've given me. That's the spirit. Also, how you doing, Fred? How you doing? Howdy, and bye. I don't know if I'd call that a happy little accident. It was definitely an accident. I will confirm that. Happy, I think I would need to appreciate the end result. Inside, because I need to get all this metal color before it dries. A lot of times, my painting order is like, okay, I got some paint on my palette. I don't want it to dry, so I'm just going to hit up a bunch of little areas. There we go. Fucking nerds though. But yeah, all those are pretty good like starting choices. I think the nice thing about Stormcast and like if you also want to do Skaven is because they're in battle boxes, and a lot of people like from the what's it called, the not the Skaven type box, a lot of people would just rip those apart and sell them for parts, because like that is technically a way you can make money on the internet, is if you take one of those boxes and split it into its components and individually sell them. I don't think I would do that to like get big money, but like it's like a kind of like, if you're going to be doing stuff like that anyway, it's like a nice little pop. Conquest seems neat. Conquest does legitimately seem like a very, very cool game. I don't know. I think if I like had some theoretical lifestyle that supported me playing and painting at war games, I would. I don't know what that would look like though. Like there are people that do that kind of thing where it's just like we're checking out different games and painting them and whatnot. They're usually part of like big networks that are like the people who do like Goon, as they do it like, yo, I don't know if that's like the. So Goonhammer is like a website that does sort of like competitive stuff. Like they keep track of like tourney results and stuff like that, but they also like introduce other war games, like little tutorials and stuff. I guess I don't actually know if that's any of their day job. I don't know how many the Goonhammer player. I know they like run tournaments and stuff, but there's also people with part-time who do that as well. Pyramid scheme with extra steps, probably, but still kind of seems neat. Even though. Color was this other, because like I feel like a little bit on the side where it's like I didn't get that. Yeah, side hustle is probably the best way to do it. Who knows though? Sometimes people pop off because like it is interesting. So I do listen to a podcast called Jugs, which sounds like it's about like strippers, but it's a minis podcast, and they did Jugs as kind of like a joke. That's how you doing, Taria? How you doing? Talk about Jugs. It's okay. It's a podcast. They're doing like a minis and like tabletop game podcast, and I think they did that name as kind of a joke, but also it's just like, you're doing Black Temples. Hey, yo, let's go. I say it's like some of the newer Black Templar models. Like I think of it as far as like armies that survive their stuff getting re-primaritized. I think Black Templars did a pretty good job. How do you kill a clown with a shovel? Go for the juggler. Okay, yeah, I knew that there was going to be a pun answer, but I just like I do kind of just like doing like the deadpan like. Don't you know I lost my grandfather to clowns in Clown Nom? They grabbed him by the throat and they kept pulling out ropes until he died. It was real tragic. It was real tragic, I say, giggling. We're getting the I think the bodies were actually very, very close to being like these like last little kind of like touch up steps. Definitely like really, really stuff like that. I can dig it. Yeah, that's the spirit. I do kind of enjoy like little anti jokes and stuff like that, like of a similar streak where like yeah, this like little dumb punchlines and stuff like that. Super fun. Okay, spit John into the face. So yeah, I think there's like I don't know. I do know that they've basically like weeded out most firstborn stuff, but I do imagine that there's some things they'll probably keep for a little bit just for just like stuff. It is funny because I've been also I've been looking at ultramarine models not because my minotaurs are mechanically ultramarine. Because I've been taking models from the ultramarine line and minotauring them. I guess that's how you would say that. But the funny thing about that is I'm just like looking at some of their hero characters, like Uriel Ventress, the guy who killed the Daemonculaba. I think that was him. Captain Ventress. And I looked at his like new Primaris model, and it's like, it's a guy, it's a dude, and like he's got minimal ultramarine bling. Which is kind of odd, but like it'd be fine if he was cheap, but he's also like $46. And I was like, I could literally, my plan, because I want to make a Minotaur's version of him, is I'm just gonna take a fucking Primaris body and chop off some bits, because otherwise, like, he's just a dude. Like, he doesn't have any, like, I don't need to buy the base model and build him off of the base model. The base model is just basically nothingness. I wasn't super worried about this little. On the Primaris looking stuff, you can see some Primaris. I can see that. But let me see. Yeah, I actually do. I do have a bucket, or not bucket. It's like a little like tackle box filled with old firstborn stuff. I don't know. I've heard people talk about a theoretical scenario one day of maybe if they ever decide to do like. Kind of like how BattleTech has eras where it's just eventually maybe they'll try to revisit like the Battleborn and stuff. I was like, that might be fun. How you doing, Scrotus? How you doing? I don't hate all the Primaris models. A lot of them look kind of stupid. But not all of them are bad. I can understand people not liking like the base idea of Primaris because they do just kind of like, yo, here's buy your models again. But like I do want to show you what Uriel Ventress looks like. And I think my complaint, once again, is almost entirely based off of the price. Like this guy's $42, and I know it's Games Workshop. It's Games Workshop, and then this guy's got the hero. Oh, I got elf form for Chef's Kiss, unfortunately. All right, let me show you this fucking guy, this motherfucker. I'm sure he's a good enough dude. Like I don't know, in the books. But yeah, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna take a Primaris body and I'm gonna graft a bunch of stuff to that. I'm just gonna make my own. Fuck buying the base model and working backwards. I'll just take a vanilla model and Uriel him the fuck up. Oh yeah, I think I want to get a couple of. There's like a couple of bits where like the little refresher. I'll do it. Yeah, I agree with the faces. reasonable life would be very different. Also true. I mean, the thing is though, you could you could just replace the helmets. That is the thing. Like the helmet sizes are the same. You could totally just do that. Yeah. Like you could absolutely just be like, yo, I like the idea of them, but I want a different helmet. That's not actually that hard to do. Like I remember hearing I did hear a guy just like go on a big internet rant of like, oh my god, I would have given Games Workshop all my money if they just had the old helmets. I was just like mind you, once again, plenty of legitimate complaints about Primaris, but like you just get the old helmets. The old helmets are like stupid easy to get, whether by 3D printing or by like eBay. You can do that. People have been ordering bits for their blinged out minis. How you doing, Noodles? How you doing? Yeah, the funny thing, I was even looking at that, Atari. Because I have these guys, the original Chaos Possessed, and I'm gonna kit bash them to some Gal Vorback for Horus Heresy, and I was like, the bodies are scrunkly, but legitimately, like, power packs are fine, helmets are fine, arms are fine, shoulder pads are fine. Technically, even maybe if I cut off the legs, like if I kept the upper torso and maybe sliced off the legs, I could maybe use the upper torso. Like, there's not that much difference in like the size of the accessories over the years. I need to move this guy away. He's turned out great. I did a little bit of off-stream touch-up with the lad, and I still need to airbrush his claws so they glow. No, I hit that. The Ultimate Army literally like flamerizes armor for no reason. Eh? Huh. Has made them. Oh, they do. Yeah, they do look tiny. Yeah. Get some braziers for your vehicle. Oh, well, let's go. Honestly, I love customizing my. Having a 3D printer is so fucking baller for MIDI customization. I fully understand that most people aren't going to have access to that, but goddamn, I do. It's super great. Oh, you mean he literally set them on fire? Oh god, that always cracks me up. Like whenever, like, I understand the idea kind of conceptually from as a form of protest, but like they already won. They got your money. Games Workshop does not give a shit if someone sets their army on fire. They could not give less of a fuck. The same thing happened. There was a guy who set a bunch of his like Bretts on fire. I believe he set some old world army on fire because of Age of Sigmar, and I think he later got caught buying new minis. So it's like, dude. Legends is kind of sad. Yeah, I don't know. Conceptually, I go back and forth on the idea of Legends. I understand as producing an infinite amount of minis means that minis will always like. It's hard to keep continuous rule updates for minis because they will just expand and expand and expand. Now, the choices that get legendized are like sometimes like, yeah, if they're like made of the shitty metals, I get it, and some other things. Yes, honestly, yes, like legitimately selling them's the better move because like you get the money back and you can reallocate those resources. Oh, plastic crack. Also, yeah, that's fair. Set my crack on fire. To the audiences at home, never set your crack on fire. Also looking kind of. I might actually just streaking because that might actually get them into the state where I can all big spicy. Like on one hand, I really liked how this guy turned out, but on the other hand, I don't know if I want to go streaking grind for all these or if I just want to like really just kind of keep doing like the maybe fuck around with different types of enamel wash. I got options. I got options. I'm prioritizing them all. Yeah, no, some the amount of like stuff is like I know eventually they more or less replaced the old Chaos Marauders with the Dark Oath ones. Those other ones just stuck around for a hot fucking minute. These are awful. For a while, it was like, yeah, you gotta use these. You gotta use these. These are the ones you got. I'm like, man. Just like, yeah. Wait, Wait, they made Leviathan oh, like the okay. Oh, I think I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, I am also sad that Boxnot got squatted. I legitimately do wonder if they eventually will decide just to, because like there is like, I think Games Workshop, despite the fact that they never learn, is beginning to learn just slightly. Just slightly learning that they can capitalize on like older eras and nostalgia instead of having to endlessly march forward. So I do legitimately wonder if they're going to be like, yo, someday they will do like a Bad Ab War kind of redux, and then they'll be like, oh shit, we'll sell you either the old box dread again, or they'll do something kind of similar-ish. Like they'll do like a new box dread. Be like, oh yeah, there we go. You guys said how much you missed your box dread. We at James Workshop will sell you a new one. I guess that's true with the honorable dread, but potentially, yeah. To be for yeah, I think that really I think that's the smarter route, is just using older legend models as existing ones. Again, some people really like the fact that they have bespoke special rules, though. They also conceptually get. It's weird because like I don't want to be the guy that goes to bat for Games Workshop, but I did used to play other games where they release a model, they'll release a model, and then eventually one day they're like, oh, we have 1 billion models. What do we do now? And they basically kind of get stuck in the same G-dubs loops where it's like you either remove some and players will get angry, you don't, and then your model range becomes bloated and it gets harder and harder to balance your war game. I think Infinity had that for a little bit, where they would just have like reams upon reams of models that just kind of like fought with each other for internal balance and what. Dude, let's get some silver on here. How you doing, Registan? How you doing? Nice, I'm glad your model's working. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, no, Legends. I am fully aware though that Legends is a graveyard. Legends is a graveyard, even though they like to pretend otherwise. I think it's like, for me, it's the same thing with like using uncards in Magic, where they kind of do like you could use them if in your games if your group is cool for that. But the fact that a lot of people like are pretty strict followers to the rules as established. So when you're like, yo, Legends are basically like sort of non-canon anymore, or like they're phased out. A lot of people will be like, yeah, no, they're phased out. Okay. But it's kind of weird to like when they're like, oh yeah, no, it's Legends. You're fine. You could just play with Legend stuff. That's cool. That's cool. Salvador, another got squad in Space Marine code. Yeah, I think that one I always just assume it's that same thing where like the Games Workshop departments are like weird, where Games Workshop wants to sell you models, but they also are terrified of the idea you might use a model from one game for another. I think like on the face, they're okay with the idea of you buying like maybe a Horus Heresy Marines to cut up into bits to customize your Space Marine. I think they are okay with that idea, but they hate the idea of you buying a bunch of 30k tacticals and then running them in 40k as like, these are just, this is gonna be functioning intercessor squad. They're like super, or like maybe run them as like a company heroes or a veteran squad or something. They hate that. They hate that anyone might ever do that. Like, what the fuck? I plan to play. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the thing too. Like, I think a lot of people are more chill for it than they would realize, but I think there's a lot of pressure on being the guy that pushes the boundary of like, hey, can I play with the Legends rules for this like Forge World model I got? And like I'm sure a lot of groups would be like, yeah, no, that's fine, that's fine. But then they don't want to be the guy that has to broach the subject. How about that? Just surprised when fans stick to the rules. I know, right? Weird and wild. Again, I actually don't think Ultramarines specifically got too much squatted. Like, I think they did mostly because Ultramarines have like a bajillion sub-captains and stuff like that. So it's like, I guess maybe they did lose stuff, but like because they had so much stuff to lose. I had like a couple of the other factions are getting some love. They're like, hey, they've been showing off the that one Phoenix Lord dude. I think I'll admit my Eldar knowledge is not super. I'm at that point where like Eldar are, even in Chaos books, Eldar are almost universally the like, yo, we need someone to beat up on. So it's like Night Lord's trilogy. Now the basic premise is like, this isn't even really spoilers, is a lot of the Primogenitor is about going up to an Eldar colony, what's a craft world, and fucking it shit up so that you could raid it for stuff. Also because, you know, they are like, there's a lot of Emperor's Children in that book because it is effectively, even though it's about Bile, a lot of it is this like connection to the Emperor's Children. A lot of them are going like, I can't, like, they're pissed at him because he left them after like the last sort of real battle of the heresy, and they haven't really forgiven him because, you know, Chaos Space Marines. So it has effectively been like a stealth Emperor's Children book. But although Tau get beat up all the time. Oh yeah, I actually have yet to see Tau in a book. I've seen Eldar. I saw. Oh man, I did the heckin'. I recognize that name when they were talking about they basically at one point go to a market called Black Golan. This is not a spoiler either, and it's the closest I've seen to a Mos Eisley Cantina, a Scum and Villainy, and they were like name dropping a bunch of like 40k. They were name dropping a bunch of 40k Xenos that were just like one-offs, including they fucking what's it called? Not the rat, the Rakghoul. The Rakghoul were mentioned, and I was like, oh shit, love them. The lads are in a book. They're real. I guess it's one of those things that like Games Workshop will never probably directly acknowledge the Rakghoul because they are a Fantasy Flight Games Warhammer 40k RPG species. But I love them. They're fun. Part of it, they're kind of like orcs without the whimsy, which like you'll be like, how like that doesn't sound fun, but that's what I enjoy about them is that they fly through space on ships that are so put together. Like they don't have warp travel. They have sub warp travel with like nuclear reactor engines that are so fucked up they're basically lethally dosing their entire crew with radiation, which is fun. They have a bunch of cybernetic grafts that they use just to like crudely attach to each other. And if they go to your ship, they are going to skin you for parts. They're very, very fun. I love them. I love them. They're nice, intimidating monsters in the context of like the RPGs. Oh, did that little nut stuff? I can fix the love nub. At least it's not the yub nub. There we go. But yeah, it's been I don't know, reading. I'm somebody who started reading the 40k books. It's been a decent amount of time. I've gotten through a couple. I used to be like, oh, I don't know what goes on in the books, which I don't think that's a big deal. I don't think anyone someone could easily be a. It's like another one of those weird things too, when it comes to like the hobbies I'm in, where it's like the amount of how modular they are. It's really hard to say like what you would consider like an expert fan. Like, would you expect an expert 40k fan that does nothing but like plays the game could be a very, very different individual from one who like knows all the lore or like paints real good? I kind of appreciate that. It's like I think about this kind of stuff for like tabletop RPGs. Someone could be a super invested RPG person that only plays one RPG. You could totally do that with someone who plays a single RPG and not any others. Or you could have one that plays like I'm kind of like that where I play a bunch. But I'm definitely like a jack of all trades, master of none, because like I don't like the people like I used to have system mastery in a couple of games, but now that I bounce around so much, it's very, very different. How you doing, Noodles? How you doing? You doing? But yeah, go. I'm painting my models and talking about books like a fucking dork. It's that time of the week again. On you cute me? Wait, what? Not dead. Am I cute as I talk about monsters that skin people? Ooh. I use ooh almost as a defense mechanism. It's very funny how that works out. Yeah, they deprecate the AI for like the API. I don't think you can actually get followage numbers anymore. I'm very sorry. I assume it's been quite a while. Ain't no skin off my back. Hey. Heard. Big if true. think the game plan is I get this last little bit of silver, I retouch up some of the gray. I think I will do Streaking Grime. I think Streaking Grime is going to get them like nice and battle ready, and I want that. We'll go with that. Yeah, that's fair. I legitimately have to be in like a specific headspace to do audiobooks. Like I've tried listening to an audiobook when I'm like airbrushing. You'd be like, oh, that's just painting. You think I'd be able to do that? Like, no, actually, legitimately not. Legitimately not. How you doing, Geeky Ghost? How you doing? Welcome. Working on some lads. Working on a heavy weapon squad. Because in the context of Horus Heresy, apparently lascannons are borderline busted, or are busted. I was just going off of advice that these are really good for killing sacrificial targets to buff up your army. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm not doing all lascannons. I know the cheesy way is running an entirely lascannon army. I think at most I'd have a 10-man squad. How you doing, Lemon? How you doing? Welcome. Stream. Oh yeah, she is doing that tonight. Wow, you are really stream NTRing me live. Wow. What okay, I am legitimately curious. What was her like? What is she paint? I know she's I think painting Space Marine. Does she have like a specific chapter in mind? Is she doing them her colors? That's how you doing, Zombie Hunter. I'm doing Word Bearers. I got the lads. Got the lads, and it's going pretty good. I'm doing some like little touch-up steps before I do some Streaking Grime because I'm feeling it. I did have a lot of fun with the winter Streaking Grime on Wednesday streams. I think I'm gonna do it again. Oh, she's going blood. You know what? Blood Angels make a lot of sense. Legitimately, Blood Angels make a lot of sense for her. Yeah, for me, it's not definitely not. I could see like the eye issue definitely makes audiobooks really appealing. For me, it's because the guild has required me to travel a bit more, so it makes a lot of sense. Oh, I'm gonna mute the ads real quick. How you doing, bot? Like audiobooks are fantastic for that kind of shit. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go on a big old fucking like not trip, but you know, decent amount of movement. Yeah, they feel like the right level of edgy that makes a lot of sense. I have not watched Kali stuff in a hot minute. Honestly, even during the heyday, the I don't know if you would say that like Hollow Myth has peaked. I guess it's kind of weird now considering that they lost a member. Like, I don't know if that changes the like how much the dynamic has really changed then. But definitely like I think COVID was sort of like a huge bump. Kelly Moriopi. Moriopi? God damn, what am I saying with that? Yeah, there we go. The Grim Reaper one. Kali, the mountaintop. There we go. Has she got dad energy? That's like I said. Because I was VTubing around that time, I've just never really gotten to get NTR'd. I hate that. I hate every bit about. Oh, my camera froze. What's that? Yeah. Got stuck with some visa issue. Oh yeah, I saw that visa stuff was kind of weird. Yeah, Gura, I always feel like she's like the Hololive emergency like break glass in case of thing. Like you kind of know the idea that like G Dubs is like, oh yeah, if you suddenly need money, release a Primarch model. Oh yeah, this is the I've not watched Yuri Gundam, but oh no, it's doing that. It's going on. My camera's doing that stupid thing again, where it is locking up. How you doing, Drago? How you doing? This is actually sung by Pochi though. I think when I did this last time, I think I had to shut off the camera. How you doing, Sasha? How you doing? Welcome. I'm experiencing camera issue. Otherwise, I'm doing good. Oh, yeah, it's all good. I also thank you for this up. Thank you. 17 fucking months. Let's go. Don't worry. Camera issues do get worked out. I gotta figure out why though. It's so weird lately. Oh yeah. Callie. Yeah. I have been informed. problem is when I go to the source, like when I go to the properties, OBS is literally freezing, which is not good. How you doing, Black Rose? Hey, there we go. All right, it's taking a bit. There we go. Holy shit, there's no point. Yeah. Oh, I gotta re-hit the focus button. My bad. Need to figure out at some point what's up with that. I mean, isn't that always kind of true with HoloLive, where it's just like because that is the benefit of indie VTubers, is you do get like to chat to a certain degree. I know it is possible to hit an indie level where that like kind of one-on-one chat is not a thing you can really do anymore. But yeah, like I think outside of like very, very, very small, like, I mean, there are some HoloLives that are like not that different from indies, even Niji. There's some Niji Sanji people that are like practically indie tier in terms of just like raw size. You could probably have a conversation in those, but otherwise, oh, yeah, I could see maybe Vesper. I could see maybe that, but yeah, especially like the bigger HoloLives, that's probably not happening. I guess also because he is a Zatsu streamer. That would make sense. Yeah, I don't know. I think I have to imagine if you're in like the bigger holo chats, the ones that aren't super keyed to like chat interaction, I have to imagine a lot of that is about primarily just like, it's sort of like a big Twitch chat where you just sort of react and it's just fun to be in the moment, and just like maybe someone will catch a word of yours and you're like, ooh, today was a good day. I got recognized. Yeah. Randon's pretty cool too. Wink, wink, wonk. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. It's I have seen some people who can do like 100, like 1,000, like pretty big numbers, but still keep like a pretty good chat ratio. Some goddamn ads. Almost on Spear and died. Yeah, he got fucking staked. Real tragic. On World Vampire Remembrance Day, we will all remember vampires. Not as a memorial. We'll just remember that vampires exist. Hey, vampires are real. Ain't that some shit? Anyway. Then you have a barbecue or something. It's been a while since I celebrated Vampire Remembrance Day. Nudge, nudge. Yeah, I mostly, the thing is, I don't think I ever really watched HoloLive or like really anyone super big. I think like the biggest VTuber that I still watch from time to time is Grimmy. And it's kind of hard to get like chat in her chats because they're pretty big. But Grimmy's also just got like a really chill vibe that like it's relaxing. Being green VTubers and wholesome chill streams. I don't know. I mean, let's see, which green VTubers do I know? Like Koopa's got some good Zatsu skills. I think green hair is actually surprisingly not that common as there's like what's her name? There's like a bird VTuber lady. I don't know her very well, but I know she's like big into wrestling, I think. Yeah, I mean, Brandon doesn't got green hair. Oh, Prim. Yeah, no, Prim's a good option. Oh, Rowan is she's, I mean, her hair is like yellow green, but yeah, she counts, and she's very, very chill. Listen, no one accused me of having a good memory. I don't think I know Froggy Lock actually. I'll look into them then. Get the green VTuber collab going on. Are you green of spirit? You can join. Yeah, no, Prim's really, really good. He was playing a Dungeons and Dragons fucking like Dragonlance shmup recently, and I was like, what the fuck is this game? What is this nonsense? Wild shit. Into gameplay is I'm going to get all the backs of it. Stuff that no one will ever probably see. And I could probably start gluing these to the guys. Probably start gluing these to the lads. Put a backhand. But though, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Thousands versus... Yeah, I think 5 digits. Oh yeah, no, Honey Goblin's great. I'm aware of Honey Goblin. It's one of those things. It's just kind of wild how many VTubers there are. I'm aware of a lot of VTubers. There's a lot of them I just do not get it. Like they're probably cool people. I just don't get to check them out because of just like various factors. Yeah, she does like retro stuff, but like it's kind of nice because she's got that like tabletop. She's got a very similar like tabletop focus, which I could appreciate, but she kind of manifests it in a way that's like very different than anything I would ever do. Like, yo, we found this board game you've never heard of. Let's run it. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. What's this board game about? No idea. But Prim's excited for it, so we'll see how that breaks down. Yeah, he seems nice. I was just saying I don't know if I know from like oh wait the Froggy Painter. I think okay, no, I do know her. I think that's what I'm thinking of. Froggy PhD. Names are hard. I'm bad at remembering names. Like I'll know people and then you'll be like, Hal, name this person that you know. And I'm like, oh god. Which is why like Prim should have been obvious, but I was just like, I'm on the spot. Yeah. I've seen some people get some success where they like once they hit a certain size, they put their chat in slow mode. I do actually think slow mode is good if you are huge and you do want some level of communication. I don't think a lot of people do though, really. It's kind of that like weird parabola. Like when you start out VTubing, you need to make sure that like you can talk on your own and just kind of vibe, and then you get bigger, and then you gotta learn how to like keep up with chat, and then you get real big, and then you're basically sort of on your own again. It's a weird cycle. How you doing, Bacon? And how you doing, Mini Dow? I'm doing good. The lads are coming together nicely. I definitely need to glue their arms on after I'm doing a little bit of touch-up bits. They got like a bunch of little like goofy like little angles and stuff that I'm going to definitely need to figure out. Like how much of this is going to get grimed, how much of this I'm going to need to personally like take control and fix myself. I think getting them glued on will definitely help for that. That might be nice actually. I don't know. Nico Mantis has popped up on my chat a couple of times, but I've not super spoken with him. I don't know. Should War Thunder lesson paint more? You should. Do people enjoy playing War Thunder? Like this is gonna sound weird, but like my brain always, from what I've always heard, it feels like War Thunder's in that like League of Legends territory where you play it and you hate every second, and they're like, why don't you just not play that? And you're like, yo, no, you don't understand. I do. Just play video games that make you happy. Okay. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about, Black Roses. I was like, am I being mean when I go off of that like mental belief of that? It's like, no, that's literally it. That's literally fucking it. There's gotta be other pew pew tank games where you don't crave the sweet release of death. There's gotta be others. You've hit the point where slow-mo's occurred. Yeah, honestly. I think for the most part, I can recognize everybody. It's just that, like, remembering specific details is hard because my memory is not good to begin with. So, like, all the names I see are pretty solid. Also, if you're lurking, don't feel like you need to stand out or anything. You're allowed to lurk. Lurking is nice. I think I need to do it. They also got these cables. They got the cables that will connect this to the backpack. I need to make sure that the arms are glued in a way that the cables will actually fit. This is effectively a correct fitting. I guess I could go ahead and just glue the cabling to the body and that to guide. That might be a good idea. Join War Thunder is exactly at BR 4.7. I have no idea what that means, but I imagine it's like a ELO ranking system or whatever. It was dog shit too. There's kind of, I mean, is there like are there just no like fun like I don't know. I feel like there's gotta be a tank game out there like that's like maybe like a single player tank game. So you just have fun and chill. I feel like one's gotta exist. Gonna fit in properly. This might be one of those ones where it's gonna fit like close enough. Battle rating. Ah, gotcha. I think I played Heavy Gear 3 back in the day because it was just on my family's PC. Fucking connector points are brutal. Not the right one. Effectively, there's like a relaxed mode, and then there's a like aiming one. I think this is an aiming one. How you doing, Jay? Jay Race, how you doing? Welcome. Yeah, it's got some heresy models, and also Steve. Have yourself a good night and take it easy. Oh yeah, best luck with D&D night, yo. Want to play some League of Legends? Oh God, you're just going through the list of games that make you sad. I'm doing the Kung Pao thing where I'm like shaking you by the shoulders, and I'm like, I implore you to reconsider. That's how you doing, Evelyn. Thank you for the pets. Thank you. Yeah, I only played a little bit of Overwatch when it was new, but it's because that's just like what my friends at the time wanted to do. But okay, this is another one I can glue. I gotta glue all the. I should just glue these cables in. Actually, that actually would have made things a lot. I do eventually probably want to make. But over here, I do eventually want to make 4 more, maybe. Break my idea. The Gangs of the Kite Tycoon. Ooh, sounds like fun. Like, sounds like a fun session. I know in my group's game, we just got done with a train murder mystery. It ended up involving ninjas. So that was a good time. That was a pretty rad time. Buddy. Oh yeah, I think I also got to paint all of their like little gun satchels. This will be a good test. And then like while the cables are drying, I can do that. Actually, there's like a relaxed one, and then there's a unrelaxed. Yep, there we go. Does never curse that. Oh God, yeah. I had a friend that was like real ride or die for Smite, but he never got enough like gusto in my group to get the rest of us to play it. Closest I got to Smite was playing Paladin. It was like, I do think I had more fun playing Paladins than I ever did Overwatch, but like, it's a very low bar. It's a very, very, very low bar. I legitimately wonder, like I was forced to play Overwatch with some people, with some good friends of mine way back in the day. I legitimately can't recall any moment of joy from that. Like there might have been like fleeting in the moment, like little bits of just like, oh, I did a good shot on this guy. But otherwise, bleh. My friends let me Dota too. God, you're going through the gauntlet of games designed to only make you sad. Like it's legitimately impressive. It's like I don't want to be mean, but if someone took like a list of like games that frustrate gamers the most, you've played all of them. Hey, how you doing, pig going Super Saiyan guy that I definitely do not recognize? How you doing? No Kiers, I do recognize them. Ah, there we go. Getting the cables. Oh yeah, no. Airbrushes for Plasma Glow fuck super hard. Fun is bad at aiming. Oh, same. I'm objectively kind of garbage at FPS games. I was playing the... What was the dude's name in Paladin that was like an old elf guy that did like a bunch of like bubble shields and stuff like that? I played him and actually like legitimately like did more murdering than some of my other team members, despite being kind of a supporty dude. Yeah, you really are like a lifer in the salt mine. But yeah, airbrush puzzle. That's like pasta glow. How you doing, Lumino? How's your pasta glow doing? Seeing your name in the play of the game. I guess that's true. I guess that's true. But I don't know. I think I had my name into play the game, and I was like, neat. But that didn't override the hours and hours and hours and hours of just like indeterminate sadness. This last little cable bit. Get the cable bit. And I gotta check up the status of the various pistols. There we go. Hey, these guys are actually coming. These guys are coming together, which is nice. I gotta dry brush the bases too. Do I gotta repaint your bases? Maybe what I'll do is I'll glue the arms on eventually. Then do a little spot over. Stuff like that. Living I do. I never really played tanks in MMOs, but I do like living. And I think I would play like tanky like Warframe characters, and that was really like not dying was pretty fun. Strong recommendation of not dying. Big fan. I think I did do a very light drag. Some of these I need to cling. Like this dry brush is like maybe fucked. Oh no, it's okay. It's just tinted red. It's still functioning. This is my nice artist opus dry brush, and I need to take better care of it. But also, nice like light leather color. I can. Mahogany. Oh, flesh. Oh, I do khaki a lot. Dark brown. I do Steel Agent Drab. I'll probably enjoy that. Prevent fun up in here. The nails are really okay. To be fair, hey, I did beat Dark Souls back in the day. I guess I can get the idea of like, fuck this game. I'm going to master it. I guess I can't understand that, but I don't know. I'm used to like whenever I would play any of those sorts of like MOBA-esque games with people, like. You would have some nights that were fun, and it just seemed like the majority were sadness. Like I think even like a friend of mine was like, "Hal, you should play Heroes of the Storm with me." And I don't like MOBAs, dude. But like, you know, like some people that you'll play a game with someone because like that's just the primarily way they want to Oh yeah, there we go. That's like their version of interaction. They're like, yeah, this is just what I want to do. This is just how we're gonna hang. I'm like, okay. I guess it's like that. I never finished Elden Ring. I never finished Elden Ring either, but it's that usual bit where it's like a lot of games that came out during me being a VTuber. Oh god, hold on. Being a VTuber, I've not finished. How far did I get? No, I got to the snowy place. I got to the snowy place, and I think that's like not that far off from the end of the game. So I do think if I just would have stuck it out, I probably could finish it, but at this point it's been a while. Elden Ring. 8 puns. If I could like dry brush that a little bit, but no, looks like it's kind of color did I use for this? Like this is like a dark brown, but this is a downside. I have so many browns. So many browns that are very good because I have like a nice selection for like if I need a specific shade. Also, if I paint one and I don't write it down, I forget. Stupid. I don't think I got to the giant, the big flaming giant in the middle of the like snowy area. I don't recall fighting him, but I just don't think I got that far. Had a little rest of them. They'll be fine. A group of old people, a conspiracy. Hey. Thunder. Oh, truly the most cursed thing. I know usually my check my mic. It's good. That can't be right. No, we're fine. I think your mic's muted. How you doing, Rosario? How you doing? Word bears are getting there. I glue the cable to their power packs. I think the plan right now is to Yeah, I'm dry brushing. I'm basically dry brushing their little pouches. Yeah, why not? For their backup pistols. So I'm gonna glue the arms on. I'm gonna see if there's any like obvious color flaws I gotta get. Oh, I do need to do like a little bit of red highlighting as well. Maybe I should do that before I glue the arms on. I'll get just like a tiny like. Do I need to even? On one hand, these guys are sort of a test for a bunch of troops I'm going to be running. Like, I don't know. These guys are going to be like super special characters, but they're also kind of special characters in a weird. It's weird. I'm debating like how much like do I want to get them like good tabletop standard? Do I want to get them like banging standard? Kind of leaning more towards like maybe like slightly better than tabletop. But did they do War Thunder fucking body pillows? How were those? Were they just straight up just like body pillows of the ships? Hey, I'm glad she's having fun. I don't know if there's like a weird sentiment where I'm like, I don't know. I'm happy that people are happy. I know some people on the internet probably are not jazzed that she's being jazzed, but whatever. I'm of the opinion that I'm cool for people enjoying games and stuff. Really, as long as they don't try to come in and change things. Like if you come in and you're like, this is not for me, I wish you would change everything about it, then I want people to leave. But if they're like, oh, I found this thing and it's cool, and oh wow, I like all this. Fuck yeah, Blood Angels. Even though I'm like, oh, Blood Angels. Loyalist. Gross. But like, yeah, I'm glad she's having fun. How are you doing, Argon? How you doing? How much Trench Crusade? It's hard to put that into specific models because I think I did roughly like 160. Oh, you're tab mute. Hey, it's all good. It's all good. Once again, I'm of the opinion I would rather hear your false alarm than my audio actually be fucked and you say nothing. I would rather we find out it's an issue because then on your end you could check that out and it's good. It's a nice thing for you to say that to VTubers, even if you're like, uh-oh, it was on me. That's fine. Goof ups happens, and I'd rather the belief that you're like ready to go. I did want to get the thing that's nice too is like the fact that we can just pledge later. Like not pledge later, like just buy minis off of my mini factory is nice. So like after the Kickstarter is over and I'm like, oh, I might need something else. That's probably how I'm going to do that. I got the ones that I'm like, I know that I want. Like I basically a couple of miscellaneous Black Grail models, a lot of Heretic Legion stuff, and a lot of Court stuff. Also, a lot of their modular weapon kits. The modular weapon kits, a lot of people were not jazzed for those. I am jazzed for those. I love multi-part stuff and modular kits. They're my literal favorite thing ever. So they're like, oh yeah, we made modular weapon kits. I was like, oh fuck yeah, let's go. Oh yeah, I'm getting some Court stuff. I'm getting the Court warband, and then I don't know about the actual, like I don't think I actually got the faction box of everyone. I got a couple of warbands and then just miscellaneous one-off models. What can make a man turn neutral? Oh, I'm in a hot. Vtuber was one of those shows that was just perpetually on when I was in high school, so I just kind of got used to it being like background noise more or less. Sometimes it's a good idea. Oh, same, yeah, I love like really just anything that's like any company that sells modular kits I get real fucking excited for. They're just legitimately my favorite thing. Yeah, especially for like this game, like I'm glad that they like this is gonna sound dumb. I'm glad that they legitimately spelled out like, yo, we're cool with kit bashes and third-party models and stuff. Because once again, a lot of people need that. The fact that like, hey, you can play with your buds without using official Warhammer models and no one will give a shit. But some people just are so used to like, yeah, we've heard from Games Workshop that you're not allowed to, and I've been told a thing, so I will not betray the thing. Yeah, modular hands are a pain. Yeah, that's also true, yeah. Yeah, I get why they went handless. I do wish they did do variants with hands. I'm hoping maybe they'll do variants with hands one day. Overall, though, not the worst. I can deal. I can deal. So it's not gonna be too bad. Oh, did I miss Sparks redeem? Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh. Oh, the Vivictus kits. Fuck. Oh, I haven't gotten the one this month, but they hold on. Let's see if I can find this model. It's very good. It's very, very good. I think basically the guy was like, "Yo, I was shit." Apparently, the guy that does a lot of sculpting for Vivictus streams. I don't know when or how often. But I would like to see when he streams. That'd be fun to raid into them if they do streams in a way that I could easily do. Let's see if I can find. I need to find the individual models for this because they're excellent. How you doing, Fuber? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. I think this month they're doing like modular rat ogres, which are like they're pretty good. I got rat ogres, so I don't know if I need them super much. But oh, these fucks, I legitimately need. This month is a disaster. This world is a soldier having a bar and ROG. Oh yeah, no, the weapons of Trench Crusade are fun. Okay, this is gigantic. But look at the hold on. Look at these. Look at these fuckers. Look at these motherfuckers. I love them. They're just fish with helmets and spears. or pole axes. They're so good. And the thing is, I know a turnip list I could run with them. There is a turnip cult called like Band of the Worm that is all about having pikemen. You get access to bigger blocks of pikemen, which are really, really good. Now, the thing I'm thinking of doing is printing them to a base, and then you can run, I believe, up to 16 pikemen. What's it called? I think you get 48 pikemen in that list. So I was thinking about just having just like a tidal wave of fucking fish. What's he doing, Tundra Crusher? I'm showing everybody. I also think that would be quick to paint. I think I could do like base color, dry brush, metal, and get a lot of that done. Think about dry brush. I need to get the base texture as well. Doing the same thing I do for all my board bearer stuff, where I just dry brush gray onto dirt, and it looks pretty good overall. Actually, I like the way it turns out. There we go. Billy Reavers. Oh fuck yeah, let's go. Yeah, the thing is, I'm a little iffy on Swill because I was told by another guy that it's sort of like kind of discontinued. Like, I think it's getting passed off to someone else to work on, and I was like, man, it's a bummer. Yeah, I saw how you doing, Happy Chappy. How you doing? Yeah, I saw a lot of I do see DM stash stuff, and it's pretty cool. I think it's for me as somebody who is nominally more of a war gamer when it comes to like my mini needs. Because like there is a whole ecosystem for people that are like, yo, what minis do you get? I play tabletop RPGs. We're probably gonna be also probably playing TV, but whatever. They do tabletop RPGs, and they want like minis for encounters. And like that ecosystem makes a lot of sense. And DM Stash is probably a good choice for that because a lot of these people also offer, oh god, two things. They'll also offer like little adventure paths as well. Technically, Bestiarum is good for that, but I really like their models for wargaming, so it's gonna continue to do that for the other 5 bases. But I think I need to do this now. Oh yeah, there's some like there are some people that are really over detailed. What's it called? It's Archvillain Games has some pretty solid minis. But every time I look at them, I'm like, God, these look like hell to paint. Like the fucking Archvillain Games, I think, are legitimately more gribbly and detailed than Games Workshop these days. Which is like, what the fuck is this? Oh yeah, I think I mean, for the Kickstarter too, you could get the Artillery Witch and nothing else for it. I think you have to have a minimum pledge of $5, and then you pledge the difference. Dust on there. Might use some pigment powders at the end of all this too as well, so we'll find. Looking dusty. It's cool. It'll be alright. I'm torn. I generally have been enjoying using my villainy inks, but I also have realized that I do also really like that the streaking. Like, look, it doesn't really. They advertise the villainy inks a little bit as like, yo, did you used to do streaking grime? Fuck that, villainy inks. How's how you doing, Dragon's Hobby Horde? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Got another Warbrand idea? Oh, what you thinking of? But they are pretty solid. The tutorials are neat, but I also notice it's like, maybe it's just because, like, even though they say shake the hell of them, I never get the consistency to really match their stuff. Hey, it's all good. Yeah, you do it. Do it. I don't approve, but do what you got to do at the end of the day. How's it doing, Esme? How you doing? Welcome. Satan's wig once he finds out there'll be hell to pay. Oh ho ho. Oh ho 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 ho. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I am playing more games now. I do have a Vortex Mixer. Yeah. So for those, I shake the ever-loving piss out of it. Vortex Mixer right side up. Vortex Mixer upside down. And I still find that it's still like not the consistency I want. It's really weird. Oh, same. It's been doing good. A little chilly. I should. Off. That's how you do, Nutwall. How you doing? Welcome. Vortex. I'm basically vortexing all the way. I forget how much I vortex sideways. That might be the ticket. I just never seem to get the right consistency with those. But I probably just do need to fuck around with that a bit more, and it'll probably be fine. But yeah, everyone's getting their points. Let's go. What about Luis? The video about Gunpla today and panel. Oh yeah, panel liner stuff is really good. There's legitimately a lot of very, very powerful products aimed at Gunpla people that are really good for minis. I want to try out those glass files. I saw another video where they showed off glass files, and they seem to be really, really nice. I use the metal files like a normal people in the hobby. Oh yeah, you could do like I'm sure you could even probably find STLs of Silent Hill monsters if that's what you want. Like someone's probably selling Silent Hill stuff on Etsy. Well, the thing is, I actually think stirring them would be good because like you can stir AK interactive streaking grimes and stuff. I don't think you really can with the villainy inks just because of the way the lid's put on. Hey, there we go. I fixed the redeem earlier for Meowbernacht, which is good. And nail files, it's kind of awkward producing. Yeah, I do like. Yeah, sometimes the awkwardness is a little tricky, but yeah, I do like the fact that you can put some like real smooth shit. Leave my first dirt down. Yeah, maybe I do got a super vortex it. I don't know, but yeah, oh god, too much. Okay, I can spread it out. Today though, I think I am just gonna do streaking grime on these guys because I think it's gonna get me like I said, I kind of like the way this guy turned out, and like he's got like a different like layering to him than these guys do. I think the idea will be simple. I also do appreciate the now I'm using the blow dryer a bit more. It does kind of make that a bit easier to deal with. A file cabinet, if you will. I actually kind of like that one. Out of all your puns, I actually legitimately kind of enjoy that one. A little dollop on this little. Without getting the. Oh god, no! It popped off. Fuck. Okay, I've got to be a little quicker and a little bit more careful. Oh god, this is not. I will get all back to you all in a second once I'm dealing with the consequences of my own actions. I'm having what they call in the business a bit of a fucky-wucky. Got that on this side, and then now I just got to do it very similar here. Arms are not in place, like, at all. That up a bit. Okay, cool. Still got a little bit of give. Side is not super locked in. Hey, there we go. This is kind of maybe the downside about doing this sub-assembly style. It's just like the arm placement on these have always been super duper tricky. I get to upright. Too high. This one's too high. This one could be for a little. Okay. I think I'll probably need to paint a little bit in between the cracks on this. Not the worst. Okay, we gotta do this one now. Oh god, yeah, I didn't have the best time with the Seocast. These are Mark 6 bodies. Also, double check on everyone's stuff. Yeah, the Seocast had some mold line issues that I wasn't like super jazzed about. What happens if I decide to put this body? That might... That's... Oh, okay. Oh, this one might be going a little... I need to maybe, like, touch up the... not the cape. Yeah, there's, like, the little, like, tube. Oh, some of the... Where... Okay, there we go. This guy's looking a lot better. I think this guy's just gonna have slightly jank arms, and I'm just gonna have to deal with that. Yeah, the fucking mold lines are really awful. But yeah, for the most part, these are primarily Mark 6 bodies, and then everything else is sort of like third-party Mark 5, like helmets and stuff. The shoulder pads are Mark 4, I believe? Mark 4 or Mark 3, I forget which. These guys are definitely like supposed to be sort of like cobbled together a bit. Overall, just gonna classify them as just some Mark 5 boys. A bit of my glove is glued to this asshole. How are you doing, Meister Miller? I'm struggling with glue, but otherwise, I'm doing good. Did officially couple. Are you excited? Yeah, the Church Crusade. I think the Kickstarter's, if it's not done now, it's very, very, very close. Same art generous to Bakey. Yeah. But this one's got some trim though, which is a little different. But yeah. I kind of like the idea of like how like at the very end of like the Heresy, everyone's just does not have the production capacity to make like the nicest, cleanest marks. They're just kind of like putting shit together and hoping for the best. Floating a little. There we go. Wait, the game crashes when you need it? Oh, that fucking blows. Just saying, yeah. I think also too, it's more fun because like definitely like I understand the idea to a certain degree of sticking to like this is a Mark 6 body. I'm only going to use Mark 6 bits. But yeah, I think it also just adds a little bit of fun. Adds like a little bit of like you can like really customize how a dude looks like. Here I kind of an example of like my thought process. How are you doing, Wildcard? I'm struggling to get these arms to fit. This is maybe the downside of sub-assembly where you have to kind of like really noodle stuff around and hope for the best. Also probably got to fuck with that a little bit. Okay, the first one is his arm joints basically fit. I don't think this could have been better. I think this guy was just gonna be a little scuffed. I think these are used bodies I picked up. Somewhere in my army I have used bodies. Whatever. I think from the top they look a little weird, but I think if you look at them from like the side profile, they look pretty aight. There we go. Yeah, so yeah, but mismatches mark. So like I got these 2 apothecarian units that I kit bashed, and I like the idea that like these guys need to be done at some point as well. This guy's like all Mark 6. I like to imagine he's like the new apothecarian guy who doesn't really have like the battle experience compared to this other guy who's got some like Mark 4 stuff mixing with the Mark 6. So he's been around for a bit. The dream team. They will be leading blobs of delicious word bearers, and it should be fun. Find some heresy parts for kit bashing. Oh yeah, no, they're very heresy stuff is very fun for kit bashing, especially because like there's a community kind of like, yo, what's it called? Games Workshop prices are stupid, so everyone's like, we're like, I think 40K, some people will allow 3D printing, but heresy you legitimately cannot get. Like, there's just like conversion kits that have just never been in stock for like 5 years. So it's like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Yeah, Mortarion is an asshole for sure. I actually really liked him in Lords of Silence though. Like, Lords of Silence is probably like the most like reverent and kind of interesting Mortarion. It's like he was sort of in this like state of waking up because like Cadia fell, and because he's like a Daemon Prince at that point, Daemon Primarch at that point, like the past and the future are kind of blending together in his eyes, and he's just sort of like slightly incoherent, but there is like a bit of like him caring for his legion still at that point, which is neat. Drink the water. I'll do that. Hold on. I'm getting lost in the sauce today. But yeah, no, overall Mortarion is kind of one of the weaker Primarchs. Not like a power level, but like, you know, the strength of like the stuff he's in. Like, he's just kind of a dick a lot of times. Not a big fan of helmets. Yeah, see, I like Beakies. So I was originally doing Death Guard, but they also don't like Mark 6 armor, so I was 3D printing some other bits. I started building my stuff with Death Guard in mind, but I read the first Heretic and I was like, oh, actually, I actually really like the Word Bearers. I would have never really been like keyed on to the Word Bearers unless it was for that book. But I really liked everything there. I like Argel Tall. I like the sort of slide into becoming like the pious demon worshipping side of Chaos, which I really enjoyed. It was a good mix. Wooden plank mud bases. Oh, you should, yeah. I mean, that's a great look. A lot of my Trench Crusade stuff is kind of ruined buildings, more or less. A lot of there's a guy on my mini factory called sorry, he's on Cults 3D called Mr. Jar, and he does a lot of really cool basing bits. Like, he's got a shitload of just these like big stone crosses that I had shrunk down and I use for basing. Very fun for Trench Crusade. Like, I think even if you're playing like a Christian faction, moving around on top of like ruined, rubbled crosses is pretty nice. How you doing, pup? How you doing? Except Equestria Ice. That's fair. That's fair. So, some of the cape touch up as well. Yeah. But yeah, the lads have been built. I dare not touch the connection points yet, though I will be probably, like, repainting that gray once it's all kind of settled in. They don't fit super smooth, but it's fine. Overall, I'm, like, 8 out of 10 with this. I do think I'll get them, like, done today, which is good. That's really all I can ask for. I'm kind of at that point in my life, too, where, like, I do want to challenge myself and get better at mini painting, and I think I am, but I'm also, like, I'm okay with a mini being like, this is fine. This will look good enough on the tabletop. I enjoyed painting this, and I'm good. I mean, there's a lot of people that use Krieg for Trench Crusade. That's not super uncommon. Like, if you think you can get it at a good rate, I don't know how expensive it is to get Krieg stuff nowadays. I know the Kill Team made it, like, significantly easy. But who knows? But yeah, if you got a friend with some models, like, fucking go for it. slight little bit of metal, and then probably, I guess I can work a little bit of the apothecarians while I'm waiting for these guys to waiting for the glue to fully dry before I begin meddling. Still need to read the Eisenhorn books too. I do have them. It's just that right now I decided to go for Fabulous Bile. I'm so used to the meme name that sometimes when I mean to say Fabius correctly, it kind of fucks up. It's been a neat book so far. I also got to see what's it called? I got to see Noise Marines in the book for the first time. Mr. Jar, hold on. I can actually link you to him after I get this last little thing agreeing. Also, a Toast Burnt Dark. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the workshop. I mean, at the end of the day, with the Horus Heresy army, if you pick one you really like, because goddamn, it takes so much. I feel like there's so many models you have to do. I'm sure some people own multiple Horus Heresy armies, and they're insane. But be real committed before you choose. So if you want to do Iron Warriors, do Iron Warriors. If you want to do Ultramarines, do Ultramarines. I feel like you gotta be real certain. Paint while I watch. Oh yeah, what you painting? I'm currently working on some Horus Heresy era word bearers, specifically a lascannon squad. Cyber Drifter Studio. I do not believe so. Let me get you a link to Mr. Jar. It's he's got 3 or 4 R's in his name, so it's hard to. No, I don't want Steve Minecraft. No, or I guess I could search for my Cults 3D downloads, and that should get me there. Go looking through. Got some whips. I got a lot of Horus Heresy. I get a lot of Horus Heresy special bits off of here. There we go. I found it. I'm gonna link you to just a series of crosses, which are free, but in general, this guy's actually got a pretty good collection of Trench Crusade stuff. That over here. So if you want basing bits or just other stuff, he's a good option. He's a good option for it. Off the carrying units. Let's go. What do I want to do with you? Oh yeah. I'll just do a little bit of light gray, just for funs. I don't want to do white for the apothecarians, but I think a light gray would be fun because that's kind of the original sort of links. Yeah, links are allowed. Links are allowed. My usual rules with links are don't abuse it and don't send weird shit, you know. I like to treat all of you like adults, and so far in my 4 going on 5 years of VTubing, no one has abused it, so that's good. I'd hope nobody will start now, but you know. I like to treat you all like your people and not children. We'll see if mistakes are being made. Maybe a little tricky on this. Also, no weird shit, so I shouldn't just link clips of your own channel. That's fine. Ooh, okay. Oh, this guy's got some good shit. All right. Follow him. Hey, there we go. My oh damn, okay. I'm getting a bunch of my Instagram stuff popping off. Nice. But very tempting now. Nay, come on. Iron hands on the side so when it comes. That's the only other option. You might be able to do if you're really super torn. I know there's rules for Black Shields, which are just groups of people from various scattered legions that have sort of banded together. You could maybe do some combo of those. So yeah, I think all those are valid options. But yeah, at the end of the day, it depends. I guess yeah. Do how much you care about painting? Okay, here's I think is a good checklist. How do you feel about painting hazard stripes? How do you feel about metallic painting? Like would you get tired of painting metallic colors? And actually, do Iron Warriors do hazard stripes in the Heresy? That's something I need to double check on because I know a lot of Heresy factions look slightly different from their main ones. I forget when the hazard stripe showed up. Yeah, certain Hollywood, but don't be a dick. Yeah, it's I very much operate on the don't be a dick thing. It's some people get very weird about that because I figured it's one of those things that's if you get it, you get it. And if you try to like, well, what does being a dick mean? That's like you're trying to be a dick. Like anytime somebody says don't be a dick and someone's trying to like weasel their way around, like if they ask for clarification, that's fine. But like there are some people that are like, yo, no, I'm just asking probing questions, for no reason. I'm just testing your authority for no reason. And like you're trying to be a dick and you're just looking for like a funky little legal excuse to do that. No, stop. Are you like this? Oh, I won't say that. No. Don't paint them. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you can do. Yeah, you can always just do whatever you want as well. Like, I do think the hazard stripes are like a defining feature, so I feel like it would be kind of remiss not to have them. But yeah, they're your models. You can paint them however the fuck you want. Exactly. Narthese, I keep forgetting how fucking stupid complex the Narthesium is. I'm like, okay, like a casual little update on the. Oh god, it's just got a lot of detail. Maybe I might fuck with that later. Well, I could get like that back bit. Some of this I think I might need to remake his metal, but I want these guys to look pretty ragged in general. How you doing, Aslan? How you doing? I am working on my dudes, but I think they're probably good enough to be dried. They're probably dry now. We could do a quick test. I'm gonna use a shitty brush. Doesn't seem to be any glue. Nice. All right, so let's touch up some of the reds real quick. Oh shit! Oh, nice. Hell yeah. What you give or take, really? Okay, then yeah, I would say like if you're, I don't know. I guess I would lean. I do like Iron Warriors. I think they're neat. Oh, this is an interesting question. Wild card. Theoretically, not saying you should, but like if you were to ever get a Primarch model for your Legion, like I don't know if I will ever actually get Lorgar's model. A, because it's expensive as shit. B, because I don't know. I like having more my dudes armies. Like it might be worthwhile looking through the Primarch minis and just being like which one you like, or even like the special units. The special units are sort of like the thing that really, because everybody's using Space Marines, you might want to look at the special units and see which ones resonate with them. See, I want an Erebus model, but he's sold out, and also you have to buy Core Pharaon with him, and like, Core Pharaon's like, he's there. Core Pharaon's there out of 10 in my eyes, where it's like, he's important to the word bearers, but he's not a character that I'm like, ooh, good, nice. What does he mostly do? He mostly just beats Lorgar when he was younger, and then Lorgar became the Primarch, and he's like, my son, who I've always loved and have never beaten, what shall we do today? That says so are me. Thank you for the subscription on YouTube. Thank you. How shitty is shitty for a brush? I consider a shitty brush. Yeah, fucked it. That's fair. I'm very much on the Erebus has done everything wrong, but he does it in a fun way, so I want to see him succeed. Kind of dealio. I was dressing you. But maybe I don't think I did. No, I don't think I saw the Minotaur's dread. So I'll need to see that at some point. I have not checked Discord most of today. For me, a brush is shitty if it cannot hold a point anymore and if the bristles are splayed. Which I have like a decent amount of brushes like that. They're still useful. I still use shitty brushes for a lot, but I usually kind of delegate them to like tasks that do not need precision. Like, oh yeah, this brush is shitty. Actually, just doing reasonably deep. It's like I'll save my shitty brushes for like, you know, if something's getting fucked up. Or like it's like, or if like I'm like, or like if I'm doing like a terrain paste. Terrain paste is a great example. It's like I will buy shitty craft brushes to apply that because it'll just eat a regular brush to pieces. It's my so low. Uh-oh, hold on. Is it? I think my phone is beginning to like not retain a charge as easy. Oh, this might be bad. I think I could still manage with 20% power. We'll find out. Worst case, I might have to do some advanced maneuvers. Oh, the Knight's box is pretty fun. Actual nice. So I'm using synthetic. Yeah, I mean, there are good synthetic brushes, but yeah, there's I can understand wanting to move to maybe some like I think there's a what's it called? It's sorry, not Winsor & Newton. I have a bunch of brushes from Rosemary and Company. Rosemary and Company have some like really quality like sable hair brushes, but they're like reasonably cheap. So like, but they're still good. Like they're effectively they're sort of like the same brushes that a lot of other companies will buy from them and rebrand. So like it's like effectively going to the source. It's like how people will buy shit from fucking Amazon, but really it's just like something from like fucking like Alibaba that was just brought over, except like actually like decent quality. That might be an option. You hold the brushes with chopsticks. Yeah, just do a little chopstick stuff. Well, I don't know if I have like a proper brush grip, but I just kind of do it like this and it works for me. Oh yeah, if you have a local art store, always support your local stores and stuff. You can do it that way too. Whatever works for you. Good. Now the thing I gotta do is like where the joints meet. I think that's dry enough. Starting not to like to. Oh really? I really like the Pro Acro White. What is I'm not doubting you. I'm just curious why you don't like it that much. Erebus just wins. Oh yeah, Erebus always be winning. Chopstick is a brush. Shit your brushes. No, legitimately to unshit your brush too. Isopropyl alcohol. If your brush is just dirty, isopropyl alcohol and then doing some other stuff is pretty like using some brush cleaner. How's it going, Mr. Calixtus? How's it going, everybody? Welcome. Why did my auto raider not shout you out? How's it going, everyone? Well, you do not know me. I am Habernot the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety. What were you drawing today? I imagine you were drawing. What were you working on, yo? I am currently working on a bunch of Word Bearers heavy weapons team. Specifically with lascannons because of build. But also because I found like a really cool STL for it from MP Miniatures. Hey, hopefully your painting was pretty good. Wet palette in their tooth. Oh, that's smooth. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Rotator in her civvies. Nice. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm working on the lads who have never done anything wrong in their entire lives. That's going pretty good. I had a little bit of jank when it comes to connecting the arms, just because I decided to do sub-assembly, so I don't think they're sitting entirely flush. I'm just gonna hope people will overlook that, and then I'm just gonna stare at it forever, filled with regret and weeping to myself. But that's fine. Overall, I'm pretty much enjoying. I'm glad you like them though. Thank you. I'm doing some like little touch-ups. I am going to be hitting them with ye old Yep. Unfortunately, far too late to fix this one. It's fine. It's fine. And like I get these like these little like back bits that I need to make, like not black. This is like a dark gray. I use dark gray for that kind of like connective cabling quite a bit. This one black. I think this one is jank because it's just going to look jank. This one not because straight up I can see a gap in it. Well, I'll judge. Yeah. Oh yeah. Magnus in his prime looks pretty legit in the heresy stuff. Or the head bat. Thank you. The Horus Heresy. Ooh, fuck yeah. So rough to paint. Look, I think there's like a decent amount of stuff on doing like vehicles pretty easily. I think vehicles are pretty fun overall. I think vehicles will be less of an issue. I know if you do want to get like real deep in the weeds for doing vehicles, what's the guy's name? Night Shift. Night Shift Mini does some like he's not minis. He does primarily like scale modeling tanks. I like his videos though. He always has like a bunch of supplies that I just do not have. It's kind of that whole thing where like when you get into like the scale modeler realm where it's like they got cool shit that mini painters can only dream of. It comes just to like little jank as well. Hey, there's only a couple of these really fit super well. now I'm having that thing. It's like, do I wish to pop these off and try again? Or do I just want to say fuck it? This guy I think has the most egregious issue where I can like legitimately see like if I aim it right, I can see like a weird gap where it just doesn't fit. Yeah, model train people got model train people, especially for terrain, they have a bunch of shit. They have a bunch of cool stuff. Cable's coming in. I figured that would be the first to go. Ah, there we go. Oh god. Oh no. Okay. Mistakes have been made, not permanent though. Here's what we're gonna do. We might be mistakesing into miracles then. A bit of glue on there. Put that. Cool. Then how you doing, Brian? How you doing? Also, Jay, have yourself a good night and take it. Oh yeah, get you some Taco Bell, yo. Get you some Taco Bell. Yeah, no, model train people are fucking wild for terrain. People have built the model trains that could. Oh, I haven't seen those. I didn't know that they make rideable model trains. That sounds wild, but I also totally believe it. I've really only because like I still kind of want one. I was looking up static grass applicators. Also, nice. I was looking up static grass applicators, and those all look pretty legit. I was like, God, which there's so many brands, and I know you can home make a static grass applicator, but it also kind of seems like a pain. So I was like, well, maybe I'll just like. Not going to be a perfect. But I think it's basically close enough to being. I'll have to wait for the glue to dry, and then I'm going to need to virtual on model. Ooh, shit, nice. I'm vaguely aware of Virtual On as like a robot fighting game, but I've not actually got to play it. Am I thinking right? No, Virtual Fighter is just dudes, and Virtual On is robots. I think a lot of the Virtual On robots look like casts from Phantasy Star Online. Oh god. Okay, hold on. I am in pain and I'm struggling. So give me a sec. This is gonna be sorry if this is blurry as shit too. But like you apply glue to some. I wonder if it's even in now. Yes, I do. Hold on. I do have one like final option that I need to do. I'm clipping the connector port where it's supposed to like slot in. This guy's already kind of been through shit. Clip the glue directly. Oh. I'll have to check Lounge later, yo. Yeah, the mecha arcade game. Yeah, I think I've seen that around before, but I've never actually got to like look. Why has this been like the most difficult thing I've done on stream in a while? It's like mini painting, fine. Gluing, oh god. What? I think it's just because these are tricky. Also, I might. Better off using. I'm probably just causing myself undue stress by not using. Got tweezers. Could have been doing. Oh, the tweezers actually don't give me enough. Put more glue on the sides. We'll make this work. I'll make this work. I got well over 2 hours. I will make this work if I have to spend the next 2 hours gluing. It's too. I don't think it's gonna come. I think it's gonna come to that point. It's gonna come to that point. Try my hand without the glove. Hold on. I don't know if I'm regretting snapping the port or not. Actually, yeah, I think doing this in my non-gloved hand. I think it's because I don't want to get glue all over my fingers, but like I think the even more precision and lack of glove. What time am I planning ending stream? Probably an hour and 20 minutes from now. Hour and 40 minutes from now. Time is an illusion. Worst is the worst case is I do have a STL for like a unplugged version. I think it's because since this is slightly shifted. Might not even line up super well anymore. Go primarily for that. Because the arm shifted is. Perfect. Not perfect. I got fucked. Okay. Hold on. The Nihilord's kill team does seem pretty bitchin'. Apparently the Death Guard kill team is like pretty solid as a starter kill team, which makes me very happy because I actually really like because like the Death Guard kill team has a bunch of like rare Death Guard sculpts. Big happy. Like, oh, I would really, really, really like to. What if I do it like this? I do. Ooh, around that port is getting fucked. They do got cool helmets. I actually like really like the idea of like maybe if I ever did get those of doing so. Like I really liked the Night Lords in the book. In the what's it called? Hey, okay, that's good enough. Like that. A bit more. That one. This guy I might leave for off stream to maybe do a little bit of foot. Well, actually. Wait. Sorry, I saw Piss Jug Man. I saw Piss Jug Man. Wait, what? What's happening? What's happening? Is that what you posted on Discord? Piss Jug Man? Why? For what reason? Okay. Hey, this guy. Time to be a flat circle. How you doing, Nitrous? How you doing? Yes, I'm. Then again, it's not like I've been on the internet long enough that a jug of piss is not even that weird in the grand. I think like once you hear about the fucking radiator brony, like I don't know if piss can really like be that like mentally scarring anymore. At that point, it's just like, yeah, that's weird, but so is the internet. This guy has a little bit of the cord sticking out. I'm also legitimately debating the next time I do these of like I might not sub-assembly them. I might straight up where it's just like, it's a mascot. Mascot for what? Maybe next time I do these, I just won't sub-assembly and I'll suffer the painting angles for a more accurate silver. Fine. We'll make it work. That's still drying. Here, this guy looks pretty good. No, there. There. A bit more here. guy. Get a little bit of silver on that. Yeah, I saw people were like super like being really scummy with those fucking round one things. So for people who don't know, Hololive did like a fun little collab. It's like, hey, go to round, which legitimately I've never grown up in an area with a round one, so I did not know they existed. I guess they're like kind of David Busters ish, but effectively they were like, yo, we're gonna have Hololive crane toys and like little Hololive cocktails and stuff like that. I was like, oh, that's kind of fun. And then, you know, scalpers would just go and just crane fish out the entire stock. I was like, I fucking hate this. I hate this. They like, because like some people are like, yay, I could get like a little, cause like sometimes getting a Hololive merch in the US is kind of tricky. I was like, oh, people are excited because they can get their like Oshi or whatever. I was like, hey, that's nice. There's a guy showing off like, yo, I went to there and I got every single Gura and Ina plushie. And he just apparently just like straight up just went to the machine and just did it over and over and over again. Van Gogh. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, yeah, I do have the mini sharing tab. Hold on. I should have a Discord command, and if not, I have Discord links. Yeah, oh god, yeah, wasn't that one like, yeah, we'll give a little Pikachu to children so they could be like, yo, this is like a fun way to get kids to check out a museum, and then scalpers were like, haha, children aren't gonna Pikachu, I will. And then they just like bought and scraped and clawed their way like fucking heathens. I'm like, it's for kids. I hate legitimately, like, if there's any group I despise, it's scalpers, because they ruin, like, they're one of those people, there's like people that make the world worse by existing, like, you know, scammers and scalp. I mean, if someone can't get all their Hololive merch, it's not like a fucking like true crime, but it is like their existence is primarily just making other like people sadder. That's really it. Sanguinary Guard. How you doing, Liger Man? How you doing? Yeah, it's okay. Listen, okay, I understand. There's like, when you are my audience, I get it. A lot of VTubers get upset. My usual thing is like, don't talk about watching a VTuber while you're watching me. I did have some people who are like, hey, did you know what Marine's doing right now? Like, I don't care. I'm okay with this one as a little exception. Don't make this a regular thing. Like, I can't stop who you watch. Once again, I like to think we're all grown adults here. And I understand that watching a Hololive paint a mini is a pretty big event. Don't make this a regular thing though, and I think we'll be hunky-dory. I think we'll be hunky-dory. Why I keep adding more and more green to them, and I still keep little bits rubbing off. As a man child watching VTubers after all. No, the thing is, I don't want to, like, I know I kind of am guilty about this. I do think genuinely a lot of you are really nice, well-adjusted people, all things considered. But yeah. Which is why, like, I don't really have to, like, I don't know, like, give you guys shit or anything. It'll be, like, get real. That's kind of why I, like, one of the reasons, like, I don't need a super mod team at all times, because I don't have to. It also helps I'm not streaming like Minecraft or anything. Hi, my name's Trevor. I'm 12. What is this? What is this? Hey, would you play Minecraft with me? I'm Trevor. Hi. Like, I don't know when my default child is someone named Trevor. I'm sure some of you are named Trevor and are totally fine, but that's the default child I go to. There we go. Make being normal in public. Yay! Honestly, same. Once again, I also grew up in like an internet generation where keeping your power level concealed was considered a keeping your power level concealed was considered a virtue. So it's very much sort of how I still operate mostly on that. People who can wear like Ahegao t-shirts in public are mystifying creatures that I don't understand. Where like it's weird. I guess I was talking about, like, I don't have as much shame as I used to before being a VTuber, but also by the same thing, there is like a certain amount of like decorum and like awareness that I will still benefit that. I can talk about weird unhinged shit, fine, but there's a time and a place for weird unhinged shit. Whoever, all Trevor. Maybe Trevor was the friends we made along the way. Work with, I mean, I am deranged. You guys are fine. You guys are fine. Yeah, it's just like, it's, you know, you gotta do. So, no, well, yes, that's the funny thing. Seribot basically gets everyone who is, like, not a troll. Like, anyone who is just, like, an automated response bot of, like, buy followers. Like, Seribot actually legitimately takes care of most of that. I don't really have to deal, like, outside of, like, the occasional troublemaker, which I don't really get that often. I don't have to worry about too much. Oh, get that. Let me get one more, and then I will need to take a quick idle break, and then I think it's time to streaking grab these bastards. I think it's time to take them to Grimetown. Population them. Hi, Professor Oak. Yes? I don't know. What defines Professor Oak? Oh god, my brain is so fucked. It's like I don't make you draw 7 cards. But early Pokemon is just fucking wild. They're just like, yeah, fuck it. Card advantage? What's that? Have all the cards. Have all the fucking cards. Alright. I will be right back. I need to take a very short idle break, and then it's time for enamels. Whoa. Wait, that's the intro. Fuck, hold on. Let's go to here instead. Also, yeah, have a good night and take it easy, yo. I'll burb. All right, I'm back. Let's go. Grab my camera. Really figure out what's up with that camera. This is something I had like years ago as an issue, and I don't know why it came back. So I have to. There's definitely got to be some source for that. Yeah, I'm going to be taking the boys, and I think it is. I'm thinking I'm going to lean to like streaking grime reductive technique. Few tips. I got this. Get my work on. Yeah, if you're thinking about that, do that then. Oh, cards in your graveyard. Oh god, yeah, no, they're like every now and then I find myself on like big descriptive videos for like games. I played the early Pokemon TCG in the same way that all of my like local group was like, ooh, cards. Whoa, ooh. Vortex mixer in these motherfuckers, and like it was cool, but like no one really knew what they were doing. So like seeing the competitive scene was insane because like everyone was running basically like super duper. Because also too, you're like, whoa, Charizard's the fucking strongest, and then you oh, nice. I'll have to check that later, yo. Like everyone, because like Charizard was sort of like the pinnacle of just like ooh big flashy bullshit. Oh, I usually don't check Discord when I'm on stream unless it's like a quick sponsor note thing or whatever. So I will have to check that out later. I'll have to check that out later. Yeah, cause Charizard used to legitimately be like $100 card when that wasn't like a common thing, just because it was pretty rare and like I guess the first edition ones were, and you're just like, whoa, that's big number. It's big number. But then like actually when if you're talking about like the competitive scene for that, Blastoise was kind of the one, really. Blastoise was the one out of like the big lines that would actually like be good for a deck. So we got the Grime. I've thinned it out pretty good. On here. We big gooping now. This is like typical. Oh blow dryer. I blow dryer. How do we do these one? Like the urge just to do all of them in one big go. Hey, it's all good. I'll tell you doing Hermit Bounce. Picked up some Croots for Kill Team. Yo, yeah. God, Kill Team's. I did see a bunch of guys playing with the new Kill Team box when I went to play Saga on last week, and it seemed pretty legit. Like the boards were well painted. It was cool seeing the crew do stuff. It seems like a neat game. I might pick up, like I said, I might pick up the box eventually that has the fucking God, what's it? The fucking Death Guard team in it, because I would like those sculpts anyway, and they seem pretty legit. Yeah, how you doing, son? How you doing? Yeah, it was like the fucking like Hitmonchan, Electabuzz, and then like Magmar. I think was pretty. Basically, you would just sort of lean for basic Pokemon that had like high health and decent damage, and that would really get you like a lot of the way through the game. Like that was really all you needed. Was like that sort of setup. Which is weird because conceptually, like, oh god, I also did play the Game Boy game, but I could not tell you how I ran that. Like, I have to imagine whatever deck was in my version, like when I was playing that, had to be incredibly shit. I mean, I did beat the game eventually, but like, that's kind of got like a bunch of warp meta nonsense. Yeah, big health and big attack. I'm doing pretty good. I'm griming the boys. Yeah, everybody knows the boys are made for griming. And I'm doing good, though. I am doing good. Things have been good. Things have been good. This weekend is very much like I realized I've been doing a lot on the weekends that I have just not had a good chance to like chill, do some hobbying. And this weekend I was able to do that. I was able to work on some minis for tomorrow's stream. I'm going to be getting some Trench Crusade stuff tomorrow. Life is good. Life do be good. The only thing not good in life is the fact that I did not get these guys' arms to fit perfectly, which I'll deal with that later. But yeah, it was like that. There was like those like rain dance teams that were apparently like, because you could use like a trainer card to skip from Squirrel to Blastoise, and he had like a really good energy manipulation. There was like straight up like energy destruction decks were all about just like, it kind of does what like Yu-Gi-Oh does now, kind of, where it seemed like the optimal way to play was to make sure your opponent would never get a chance to actually play. It's like, yeah, if you have energy on you, fuck you. All of it's removed. Discard everything. Get decked out, idiot. Like, goddamn. I think bring out the blow dryer. Gonna use that to kind of lightly flash some of the enamels off. Now we can do bits of the dry tipping. Remove some of the gunk. Which I think this is at the point where probably some of the cabins. Yeah, I'm doing that thing. I'm putting that on there, and then I'm deactivating it. I just kind of scoop up a bit of it. There we go. Give it a good blowjob. Don't worry, I will. And just removing little bits so I get like a couple little highlighty colors. Like, this is pretty fun. I forgot that like this way is pretty neat. I can get like little bright color patches too in there, which is brown. I thought you could also use some brushes to. Oh god, that's a big grime outcropping. I think this is also too, like, I used to just let it sit for like 15 minutes, and now that I know I can just like just air dry, blow dry it, just kind of go in. I think the metals I don't mind being pretty grimy, but like I can go to like the other stuff. So I can go to like the it's like remove some of it. Cables are looking pretty good. A little bit going down. He does look like proper, like, I've seen some shit in the war, which is nice. That also does remind me, there was a sequel game to the Game Boy, like, the Pokemon Game Boy game, and I never played the sequel, because I think it was, like, Japanese only. I also, so, there's this game called Hamu Hamu, which I thought, like, I thought for years that this was a fucking, like, Hamtaro game. And apparently it's this like really kind of wild shitpost game that just recently got like a full English translation. I'm really curious about it. Everything I've seen about it looks fucking insane in a way that I'm like... So yeah, let's compare the boy to this other one, and hey, there we go. It's darkening the reds, which is nice. Getting some amount of grime and staining, evening the colors. Go. And yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna let him fully dry a little bit. Yeah, this is the game plan so far. Wait, did it really? Oh yeah, because like commercial release. No, I did not. I know people like there's still people making like NES games because of, like it's a fun hobbyist thing, really. Like if you know how to make an NES game, you can just kind of like, not that it's easy, but like we do have easier tech to make it possible for a small team, and also like it's fun. The idea is fun, but you'll have to explain the Game Boy Advance one because like that. I like the GBA. I don't see a huge reason to make stuff for it now, even as like a fun nostalgia thing. But I could be wrong. I love my GBA to pieces. I used to play the fuck out of it. I was a child that spent a lot of time in cars because my adoptive parents were divorced, so there would be a lot of like traveling. To and fro cities on the weekends. So I basically every weekend I think I was spending about 4 hours in a car, which made the Game Boy Advance. Oh shit! Oh, I got that. I got that. Which just meant I just spent a lot of time in the car, cruising around. So like, portable consoles were kind of great for that. Good Boy Galaxy. Do that for later. Huh. That's kind of neat. Yeah, it's not great. Like, I mean, there were times where like that was also during the age where like if your Game Boy battery died, you're fucked. Like it's like you're not getting replacements super easy. But yeah, I eventually just got used to it. I just got like that just became life. Like you can basically acclimatize to most things. The spirit of like I guess at the time I thought I was a human. Elven spirit's very similar. But hey, you don't need to apologize. Fucking having divorced parents is like not a big deal. There's a lot that is not a unique trait. But yeah, no, the drives. I had a Game Boy. I eventually had books. I mean, I had books too, but like it was kind of a thing that like depending on the day, like sometimes reading a book would make you a little woozy in the car. So that wasn't like an everyday thing, but sometimes if I was feeling a book, I would chance it. The definitely hacking detectives have made it bad. Ooh, okay. Okay. Maybe this is like a recent thing too. Like maybe people just figured out how to, or like figured out how to like easily move. Because I know there's like there's Clonk, L::Q, the VTuber that has like a Game Boy Color, like effectively like not a name tag, a fucking like a little fun little profile thing that like they give out to people when you meet them at cons. I was like, oh, that's neat. Oh god. Also because I'm the one driving. Yeah, I mean, I drive a lot now, but yeah. As a child, I was not driving. Not that much. Yeah, it was like, I mean, Pokemon was the big one. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. I also used to play a lot of Kirby. Like, Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland, I would play a fuckload of. I just really, really like that game. Find some pictures of me as a kid out playing Pokemon Silver. Yo, let's go. I think a lot of us were Pokemon kids, to be honest. It it was fun. It was fun. It's sad to see the state of the franchise now, but I do remember basically nothing but good memories with Pokemon in its heyday. Moving some of the excess. Yeah, base cutting's fine. God, I haven't played a Kirby game in a hot minute, but I do generally like Kirby. I want to play the fucking robot one. I've heard the robot one for the 3DS is insane, but oh, hold on. I have not gotten a chance to play that one yet. Yep. He's escaping. Just like the other suit. Oh god. Oh yeah. Bulk doing intercessors. I could see being. Best of luck with that. Best of luck with that. Couple little raised areas. I definitely am getting better at doing it this way. I do remember my early tips of doing like enamels and reductive removal, and it was messy as shit. I would just have like big dirty dirt blobs, and I mean, some of the models I painted that way look good as big dirty dirt blobs, but because like doing a lot of turnip stuff, this is going pretty good. Pretty decent amount of coverage like this way. Go to Ultramarines from this box. Hey, I mean, it's then again also too, like, do you have access to an airbrush? Because that does help me with base. I base coated the red on all these with an airbrush, and let me tell you, that is really handy. It's really fucking handy. I'm also keeping a lot of it on the metals. I'm okay with it being a little gunky on the metals. I think the red is sort of where I want to like bring back a little. Oh, you should, yeah. Like not having a place to work on does get a little tricky. So yeah, like just like having your own little like, yeah, this could be like my painting spot. Yeah, there's some of this later. I'll probably go back and like also like touch it up a little bit. Like this guy, will be like the main sort of overall touch up, and I am also going to paint their eyes. I basically just decided to do that and then like fix that later. Oh, it's all good, Fuber. Have yourself a nice night and take it easy. Let's go back to you, buddy. Is he doing work to keep their metal cling? Yeah, charity work. Oh no, this screams of the faithful. Yeah. Again, I think the idea is like everything in the heresy is supposed to be fucked and gritty and not great, more or less. Like I know Death Guard get that more than others, but even like I can't imagine like Ultramarines circa Battle of Calth are like, we're gonna have nice, well-maintained armor during this. It's just gonna be shit and nightmare and horrors, really, which is fun. Oh, more of this. I've also learned a little goes a long way. I just get like one little tiny paintbrush filled, and then I could just do that. Apparently, so there is like I've more or less read a lot of the what's it called, word bearer specific Horus Heresy books, except for No Fear, which is from the Ultramarine side. And apparently that one is really interesting and talks about like, because like Ultramarines have a destroyer squad variant, which effectively in the Heresy terms is like they were using weapons that modern 40k doesn't really use, like a lot of like radiation grenades and stuff, Phosphex bombs, stuff that's basically like war crime the weapon. Death Guard loves those. Death Guard would run like a bunch of those for fun, and they would get even more powerful alchemical versions of those. But like apparently Ultramarines, because Calth was such a fucked up encounter, would needed to change their battle tactics and really lean into some stuff they found abhorrent. Like it's pretty neat. The Mark III, yeah, they did a lot of upgrades, and then eventually you had Mark V, which was like, God, we can't make solid armor anymore. Also, Catch Potato, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. Well, no, they didn't. So Death Guard really only became like the Death Guard we know now during the Battle of Terra because they got transformed on the way. Prior to that, they had white, like they basically had like super white phosphorus bomb. They basically had like horrible, horrible, melty bullshit versions of a bunch of other weapons, which is really neat. Yeah, Cal fucked them up because they just couldn't leave. Like they were like, because like eventually the Word Bearers became like the second most populous legion after the Ultramarines, and them getting their shit kicked meant they could not really defend Terra very well, which was not great because otherwise they legitimately could have did a lot of work. Yeah, I need to read a bit more on Mortarion, to be fair. I don't know him very well in the terms of heresy stuff. Awesome. A little drippy pool bit I need to work down. Nope, can't. I have to be careful because if I drop them, they will go places. Yeah. I think it's kind of one of those things where it's like, if you know as an outside observer, they're like, oh, the signs were there. But like there's no way anyone in the setting could have really known. Because I think even for a while, up until like very, very close to the heresy, Magnus was not fully certain that Tzeentch was real. Like, even though he was already like plucking out his eyes for shit. It was just like, yeah, because like that was kind of a common thing where like the warp is filled with stuff. And they're not really alive in the way that you and I think of alive things. Like, I think even like Fabius Bile still believes that. And like that's kind of thing. I kind of heard the meme version of Fabius's like effectively imperial atheism. And it, like, actually reading the book makes a lot more sense. Like, the stuff does this, like, it's not like he's doing that, like, I'm playing a D&D character in a setting full of gods, but I'm going to deny that the gods are real. He's just kind of more like, they're manifestations of shit. They're probably just reflected human emotion given form by the warp as, like, a, like, galactic phenomenon, which is kind of neat. Well, the thing is, like, the thing is, I don't think the salamanders like, they love fire, but they don't need, like, war crime fire for the most part. They got regular-ass fire, which is good enough. The Death Guard, I don't think you would ever really want to see them on the battlefield. Like, it's, I do like that, like, during Betrayer, which was from, like, mostly, a lot of times, the World Eater's perspective. A lot of times, these, like, Imperial colonies would be like, we need help, we're getting attacked by horrible Xenos, ooh-woo. And then they're like, all right, Space Marines are on their way. Oh, thank God, who's being sent? World Eaters. And like, oh, no. Oh, God, why? Emperor, why? I guess at that point, they weren't worshiping here, but they're kind of like, you know, they're like, this is not going to go good. This is not going to be great. For fire. Yeah, the Nemesis chapter is what I'm talking about. The, like, super destroyer squads of I guess I don't know how super extra destroyer-y they are compared to, like, other ones, but still. Well, I mean, this is during Heresy or when the Grey Knights didn't exist, but otherwise I agree with you. Now, if Grey Knights get dispatched to deal with your shit, it's not going to be great. I mean, Legger, you're not wrong, but also that's what makes the world, the Word Bearers base. I love them. I love that they're weird fucking, like, they kind of do eventually get typecast in a lot of other books as being, like, the prissy turbo nerds. Like, I would argue that, like, in all of the, like, post-heresy books I've read, even more so than Thousand Suns, the Word Bearers are sort of like the turbo, because they are sort of like the Grey Knights of Chaos. They're very, like, proper and prim and very sanctimonious and high off their own farts, which I enjoy. I do enjoy them. See, I kind of like some of the Grey Knight stuff, but also they got... Some of the range looks good and some of it still looks stupid. I'm looking at you, baby carrier. The nostalgic passage of time has not made anyone love you. I'm sorry. How are you doing, Kiricha? How you doing? Welcome. How you doing? Oh, Empress Inquisition from yourselves, the Empress. Yeah, the Inquisition is like a mixed bag, really. They do save people and systems and stuff, but otherwise you're like, oh man. Destroy the Phosphex is the perfect... Oh, it really is, yeah. It really is, yeah. There's like they're like, it is kind of neat because there is a lot of technology from the Horus Heresy stuff that you just don't see in 40k, like a lot of like hover bikes and shit. I do like the Heresy hover bikes. I really like the Heresy hover bikes. I don't have a reason in a theoretical Word Bearers army to get some of the jet bikes, but I kind of want some anyway because they kind of look banging. I'm sure eventually I'll crack and give me some fucking hover bikes. We'll find out. Well, yeah, Volkite weapons are cool. A lot of the Charnabal stuff is pretty sick. Got a lot of this on here, so that's tough. Oh yeah, if you want to do like 3rd edition stuff, that makes a lot of sense. So you send them somewhere you don't have to deal with them. True, but yeah, I don't disagree. But they did get dispatched to a couple of places, and like, man, that's a fucking bummer to get assigned the World Eaters as your rescue squad. Custom Lords. I do it. A lot of people make their own Custom Lord Solar. God, some of those old like codices are really banging. After hearing for years that the 3.5 Chaos Codex was like the best, I picked it up and like I mostly agree. It's got a bunch of stuff that really like. They're sort of like they're in that like intermediate period of like are war games effectively like RPGs that you just collect and paint minis for, or are war games games that are just meant to be played against two people of like roughly equal size forces? Like a lot of stuff from those books are really cool. Oh, fucked up spot. I guess I'll have to get that. Find that. I have to touch that up later. Like it's like the era where it was like very much like, oh, we got a bunch of cool options and like, whoa, you can get like cool custom like daemon upgrades, like really tweak out your squad. That like is very great for like, oh, this activates my neurons. I can make like a really cool custom chaos champion, stuff like that. But man, that must have led to some real ass games. I could see that being real frustrating if like, oh yeah, you didn't like your friend Bill happens to find out on accident that like his character that was made to be really cool is just incredibly just gonna like wreck your shit. Justify. I mean, that's why I think it's a reasonable move to take take a bunch of dudes, like take dudes that would be unique characters and make your own versions of them. I'm kind of like the same opinion. Like there's a lot of cool shit for word bearers in Heresy that is locked behind bringing Erebus or Lorgar. Like having really cool like Daemon allies. Like you can have Daemon allies, but like if you want like the real sick Daemon ally shit, you have to bring one of those too. It's like I like having my own dudes. I like Erebus. I don't really want to run Erebus. So it's like I would like to paint Erebus though. I think Erebus would be a fun thing to paint. But I think the idea of what's it called? I think the idea of making variants of like named characters so that way you could still like, because you do still kind of want their rules, because a lot of times they're like, oh yeah, this will like change how your army plays, or like if you access to some cool shit. Like the funny thing is I even run into this in Saga. So Saga is a very like historical game. So I do have the option to run King Newt. And he's got a really cool ability where it's like, hey, in the game of Saga, a lot of your army is dictated on the premise of your battle board, which is like a bunch of abilities that are unique to your army that are determined by what dice you roll. And fucking Newt can switch back and forth between the Viking set and the Anglo-Danes, which is really cool. But like, I don't want to bring a named character, even though I know like you play historical games, so you can run like I am running the historical King Newt. He's ready to fuck your shit. Oh yeah, no, Phosphor, Tox Weapon DL, yeah, all that stuff is like a lot of the Heresy stuff was like really bananas when it comes to like war crime weapons. Or drag every game no matter what. See, I don't know. I love your dudes. So like if you like to name characters, that's fine. This is not a value judgment, it's just a personal thing for me, really. Makes the word bearers favorite Subasa like, oh yeah, no, it's like the thing is like they do get stuff done. I actually argue that like compared to a lot of chaos, because like they manage to maintain their structure. They they're like backstabby and horrible bitches, but they're like stable enough that they still kept their legions. It was like effectively like the Luna Wolves, aka the Sons of Horus, aka the Black Legion, Death Guard, and Word Bearers that were like sane enough to really still be a thing after the heresy. It's basically like every other Chaos Warband like fell to shit. Iron Warriors were pretty good too, to be fair. Iron Warriors still mostly held. Yeah, the your dudes or your dudes approach is very nice. I do enjoy that. I also come from an RPG background, so that might also like that might tweak some things. Like Death Guard really wants you to bring Mortarion, and like Mortarion is he's I like Demon Primarch Mortarion. The little bits I've seen him, I don't want him to be like rolling around with my guys. But you do lose out on like the big centerpiece model that does a lot of shit. So it's like, oh, well. What was a urea treatment? Or do you just want people to run Erebus so that ways you could like beat them with hammers? So how you doing, Austin? I mean, we are getting their new book soon, and I imagine the like I don't know if the Fabius Bile stuff is a prelude to that, but there's like a big thing about the book is they're talking about like, hey, we want to see we're like there are basically a lot of like Emperor's children that just want to smoke space crack and stick needles into your urethra and then listen to poetry that's mostly screaming. A lot of them still just want to do that, but there's a couple that are like, God, we used to be like a legion once. We kind of miss it. I miss being like a competent legion that could do things and not just be... Effectively, it's kind of like that kind of like fighting against like the degeneration of all their legions that like Talos had that in the Night Lords. I imagine there's like a decent streak of that kind of mindset in more or less every Chaos Space Marine Legion that's maybe not Death. No, even Death Guard has that. Death Guard is mostly about like, fuck Mortarion. He was a bitch. He's always a bitch. Typhus knows what he wants. Would you run Peter Turbo if he got a... I don't know. I mean, I don't really have any armies that could run Peter Turbo to begin with, but I would like to paint his model. I would like to paint any Perturabo model. I think that'd be pretty fun. Wish they were, they do. Yeah, oh yeah, I think even, like, I think you can run Death Guard pretty without Mortarion. I'm pretty sure that just World Eaters don't function without Angron. Like, I cannot imagine what, because a lot of his, like, revival mechanic and stuff is really tied to, like, the army rules. Like, you kind of feel like you're missing out if you don't. A little bit of that. All right, the boys. A full Grimdark then. I imagine they'll get their shit together in a way that they can still be run, but yeah. My Black Grail list, so effectively we're looking to run the demos. Like, so Church Crusade put out a bunch of really cool demo lists. And I think because none of us really fully know what we're doing, and just to, just kind of make sure the experience is fun, I think the plan is to mostly go off of those demo lists. So I'm going to be running like a Lord of Tumors, an Amalgam, one Herald of Beelzebub, and maybe some just miscellaneous Grail Thralls. Well, I don't, that's sort of the plan. Kind of like feather this out a little bit. Oh yeah, I can also like prime this a little bit. And again, I'm thinking about going back and just hitting this up with a brighter color. But yeah, so see, that's a play because like we're starting out. I do have a list put together, which is it's like a Plague Hound, a Corpse Guard, a Knight. Basically, I don't have the Amalgam. I'm also beginning to print some stuff out for the Dirge, which is the Black Grail variant, now that like a scene is forming. I actually really do like the Dirge version. No lump. Well, to be fair, I mean, the Amalgam's cool. I'm kind of waiting for the official one. I actually really like the official amalgam sculpt, which is why I'm kind of leaning for that to be released. All right, so this boy is looking pretty. I'm basically doing like one more little quick removal pass. They're turning out pretty good though. Also, Black Roses, have yourself a nice sleep and take it easy. Run his trench pilgrims as recent so I could share with these. Oh, yeah. If you check out the Trench Crusade page, yeah, they should have the demo list, and I think those would be good ideas for like if you're just getting started. Which I know my group is literally like we're just getting our first game in tomorrow, and I'm excited. Man, Roses, have yourself a good night and take it easy, yo. But yeah, I don't know. It's also kind of weird, like, something that I keep noticing, just even talking to Austin about, like, the Grimdark stuff. It's weird that, like, there's a style of fighting that Chaos does in the context of the books that aren't really available. Like, you kind of do this with, like, the Chaos Cultists, but, like, even, like, Lords of Silence, it was a handful of Death Guard, a bunch of cultist slaves. Like, they were even talking about just, like, fucking, like, Plague Ogren. I want Plague Ogren. Goddamn, Plague Ogren sound like fun. But it's like, it's that kind of thing where, like, if you go by the lore, Space Marines are supported by a lot of lesser mortals, and then you also get, like, they're hyper elite. But then if you play the tabletop, that's not really true. Because, like, you know, they want you to play, like, I want to play a Space Marine list. It's all Space Marines. And you're like, okay. That makes sense. But I really like these kind of like big mixed formation battles that like the fucking books hint at, and they're just not really feasible. Like I guess you could technically like ally in some guard for your like in Lords of Silence. There's basically they're attacking a monastery that was like part white consuls and part like they're like guard regiment, and you can't really do that in the game. Well, like a couple little touch-up zones I'm gonna have to get later. Fine. Yeah, I haven't read The Last Stand of Hellreach or looked into it, but if it's like the ones I'm talking about, it's probably pretty similar. That's the nice thing about doing some like the reductive oil stuff is like these nice flat little things are very, very good for just going in and just like, yeah. Just hitting them up with that. Also getting kind of fuzzy. Yeah, like a big. I don't know how often Tal do mixed arms, but I can see that. Yeah, I would like to do like a full cultist army a little bit more. Like outside of the problem is it's just the cultist army you have now is like maybe like 5 dudes. I would love just like big bundles of cultists. That would be excellent. But I imagine that's just not super great. Like that might be another one of those like we've had to make compromises for gameplay, and I'm kind of like. Little bit off of the edges to prime just slightly. Okay, this will turn out pretty good. Load back of the gun. There we go. I'm bringing back a little bit of the gun shine. It's not too bad, but. A little bit of mineral spirits everywhere, and then just yeah, let's go. Fight with almost. Oh yeah, but to be fair, like it's even the same way with the ships. Like 40K does not fight like military stuff. Like it's like if you check out like modern sci-fi things, a lot of it is like, what are you doing? We're on opposite ends of this galaxy, and we're doing like calculated torpedo fire because we'll never interact with each other. A lot of 40K is fought more like classical fighting, but just everyone happens to have like cool power armor and like energy swords and shit. So I kind of get it. I kind of get why like rational. Oh god. Okay, so just slip. I can't fix that. I cannot fix that slip. It's just not gonna work. I'm okay with like not everybody fighting to like reasonable amounts. It's like once again, like I don't know. 40K is the setting where you'd get like big dumb space battles, and I'm fine with that. But yeah, like it's kind of like when you try to apply real world logic, it doesn't work. Or numbers. Games Workshop just doesn't understand numbers. They don't. It's fine. It's aight. Yeah, but like yeah, it's It's like I think people like the way I see like if you were wanting to do like a super duper like fighting thing online, uh, have you guys ever seen like people talk about? So there's an RPG called Eclipse Phase, um, where you could do like a lot of body hopping, because it's effectively like a transhuman horror game. And it's sort of like what is the identity? And they're talking about like plans that are feasible in setting, or like, okay, so I fork my brain like a million times, and then I sell copies of myself to other people, and then I use the money from selling copies of myself, and it kind of like it's one of those things. If you want to take like thinking the logical things of a hyper advanced sci-fi setting, you get like weird bullshit like that, which is fun for a thought exercise. I don't know if it's like good story material a lot of times. I love hearing about those things conceptually, but like God, that has to be aggravating to actually play. The Fall of Fulgrim. I know vaguely how he falls. Like I know he gets like, ooh, cool sword, and it just kind of ruins his life. In like a real abstract sense. I've looked at some like reading like orders for some of the heresy stuff. I have been looking a little bit at like apparently I have the first 3 of the little intro trilogy. Like I thought it was like an intro trilogy to get into the Horus Heresy, but there's also like straight up a ooh, I've had so many Q-tips. I'm now slightly beginning to run out. Where it's like they recommend getting like the first 4 books, which includes Fulgrim, which I believe might be Fulgrim's Fall to Chaos. But yeah, I don't know. It seems fine out of 10. I think for the most part, all the ways the Chaos like Primarch's Fall is gonna they're neat. I do kind of like the way Angron fell, but that's also because my boy Lorgar was like, "I'ma save you, brother." And they're like, "What are you doing?" "I'm saving him." Like literally his own legion was like, "Don't fucking do that, Lorgar. Don't save him that way." And then he's like, "It's too late. I love my brother so much, I will disregard all of your advice. Eat shit, other world eaters. I'm gonna make your Primarch a demon so he can live." And they're like, "No, just let him die. Just let him die. It's fine. It's fine." Yeah. Like, Aegon was always like kind of bitchy about how he died back on his planet, like when the Emperor stole him, which is fair. Understandable. I do like how Lorgar is like, I will save you by doing everything wrong to save you. I guess he does save him in his special fun Lorgar way. Lorgar's fun. He's a bastard, but also like he's a fun bastard once again. He's a fun. I do love my my favorite Lorgar bits are when he gets all he gets upset, but he does it in like a calm, like patronly way. That's my favorite Lorgar shit. And he's still trying to do the like, you don't understand what you're dealing with. You were a bitch, and that's why Chaos will win. Fuck you, I'm Lorgar. He basically does it in like that tone of voice. I was like, I like that. That's fun. So I can also remove some from the Pauldron. Maybe just like at the up bit. The boy you love to hate. I do a little bit of Pauldron. Like this side Pauldron, I don't know if I'm like removing much is gonna really give me that big of a color variation, but maybe I could do it on. Yeah. Yeah, back to back, like, every time Magnus and Lorgar interacted, Lorgar's like, "I like you, Magnus. You're my brother who gets it." And Magnus is like, "Dude, I think you're fucking up. I think you're fucking up, Lorgar. I don't think you're doing this right. Listen, you're kind of messing with shit you don't understand." And Lorgar's like, "It's fine. It's fine, Magnus. Don't be a bitch. Magnus, don't be a bitch. Also, I saw what you're doing, Magnus. You're not being a little goody two-shoes either." And Magnus is like, "Yeah, fine, whatever. Still, you don't know what you're doing, my dude." And then Lorgar, I also like in the same way that like Perturabo carried the heresy. I actually legit like Lorgar did a lot. Lorgar legitimately holding off the Ultramarines was kind of a big move for like a little silver bit I need to touch up on the pole. He's gonna still need a couple little touch up. Got like an hour. I don't know if they're gonna be done today. No, they probably, it depends. So I need to goop their base because a lot of times I just like using the streaking grime on there, and like a little bit of streaking grime on the base, is pretty nice. But that does not need to be done on stream because it's mostly just gonna be waiting to dry. And then I am seeing like little detail bits I'll probably need to clean up. Not the worst though. He probably does get too much credit, but it's fine. I like giving him credit. He's fun. He's fun to give credit to. Same size as it. Oh yeah, no, yeah. But once again, like nobody should really give a fuck. To be fair, I don't know the Battle of the Fang origin stuff. Is that the one where wasn't that the one where I forget exactly what the Battle of the Fang was. Was that the one? No, I'm thinking Burning of Prospero. I think Battle of the Fang is something different. That I'm not super sure on. Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, Lorgar's fun. Like I said, Lorgar's fun. Yeah, just like I'm not an Erebus apologist, but I think Erebus is a fun guy. And like even I was like, this is really fun to watch your ass get beat, my dude. He just got his ass beat. It was great. He deserved it. He absolutely deserved getting his ass beat, but still. So, lads are probably still going to need to dry. Also, Cassadile, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. How you doing? I'm working on my word bearer heavy support squad with las cannons. They mostly are coming out pretty good. The arms are just, I don't need to fuck with the arms anymore. I'm gonna ruin the fuck out of them. There's a couple little touch-up bits I want to get. Otherwise, doing pretty good. I got some leftover enamel. I think the plan I'm going to do. I'm just gonna go ahead and just do that on the base. Get them like an appropriate level of goop on there, just because it looks nice. It just kind of makes it. I'll probably eventually do some like not middles. I'll probably end up doing a little bit of. Oh yeah, pigment powders. I'll probably use some gray pigment powders on those because that's what I like doing. But yeah, I'll probably finish this out working on my apothecarian unit. Because I think that's the way to go. Get a model with a camp. But yeah, there's a lot of things you would expect them to have models for, and they really don't. It's really sad. It's just G-dubs at the end of the day. This one already got a little. No, I say goop. This is not goop. I've painted with goop. I think it's because I do paint with goop a lot. I might go back, maybe do some highlights, maybe do some little touch-ups. I do want these guys to look pretty nice, but I do think going streaking grime for the first layer is probably was the best, just to kind of, especially because like I do need to use these guys as a test, because I do eventually need to do a 20-man deep squad of despoilers and a 20 deep squad attack marines. Well, do I need more than that? Probably not, but I will need them. And for that, I want to make certain that I straight up have like a way that I can bulk do marines in like a pretty good style. You guys are a little more special than your average, oh god, marine, but not the most. They're going to take some time to dry naturally. Let me move my enamel stuff. We'll keep the word bearers strong. We'll keep the word bearers strong. My brain is focused on goop today. All right, the lads are going to be drying. They're doing good. They're doing great. Go to you. These lads. These two lads. Yeah, these are my apothecarian guys. I do be gooping. ABG, always be gooping. Oh. Also need to put in an order for some more chips. Chimeras Overlord gunship scratch for the mini. Oh god, yeah, no, there's a bunch of stuff like that. What else hell do I pay rats? Yeah, where they just don't do a model, so everyone's like, "Fuck it, Games Workshop, I'll do this. I'll take this into my own hands." Get a brush, and I think I have to go back to doing light gray on some bits. Probably the pauldrons especially. Gray is kind of slightly dried on the wet palette, so I just need to introduce some water. It'll be hunky fucking. But yeah, for people who have not seen these guys yet, these are my Apothecarian unit. They are not like reasonably far through. I think I was hand painting the red, so I think I need to the red looks like it could use maybe one more color and then like a silver in the middle. But yeah, no, I do. See, what rats do I other than the big rat from the other than the clan rats from the like, do I want to staple them? I might want to change how I want to do these pauldrons. It might be. Trying to find a good way to do like still leave a little bit of like the dark gray. I think I went too aggressive on that. I have to imagine that they're probably wanting it's like Cadians were sort of always the guard, but I think that G-Dubs is realizing that fucking Kriegers are sort of like really, really popular too. So if they were smart, they would try to replace as much of the range as possible. Like try to replace like the basic units. Like you're like, oh, I would like to play guard. What will I need to play guard? Like you'll need like base theoretically like base trooper, like just regular troopers and stuff like that. I don't play guard, so I don't know the exact names of the models. I'm imagining the idea will be that like you could run a functional Krieg list using things that would be common to every single guard army. Yeah, something like this is pretty good. The stipling's like a very nice thinness to it. When an orc tank. Yeah, unfortunately, it's weird that they don't have one, I guess. Or do they have an orc tank? Is it just, or is it just, I imagine there's like an orc tank that's been Legends. That feels like a G-Dubs thing. Just be like, yo, yeah, we used to have a cool tank, and then now because you can't make it. Cat. I mean, what? Like, I mean, since I maybe I guess. Oh yeah, catch it. I was like I was mixing up in my brain for Katie for like a wee bit. That would be nice because because like the current one is absolute fucking garbage. It's not. The current Cadian kit's a fucking travesty. Or Catachan kit's a travesty. Goddamn. 120 guardsmen tanks. Okay, so that probably I would imagine they'll probably do a lot of those like core like infantry units. It's like tanks are pretty interchangeable. Like maybe they'll do like a Krieg upgrade kit for a tank to make it look extra Krieg. In a little splotchy. Maybe I'll try to like mix in splotch up some more of the dark gray again. All tubes. I guess it's like, I don't know. How much do I want to be metal? So there's so many in there. Upgrade screw tank. Yeah, like a well, the thing is, like, I feel like if you're going for a looted tank, I don't know if they have rules for it, that would be fine and just let you kind of make your own, but it's just that kind of like mindset where Games Workshop no longer likes having rules for models. I think because there's like effectively like the big Chapter House lawsuit from way back. I don't know how many people realize this, but like effectively there was like you know, whenever you see like a cool thing in the book, they're like, oh yeah, I should just kit bash my own version of this. There was other companies that were like, yo, you're not actually making an official model of this, so we want to step in and sell that. And I think because of that, Games Workshop got real antsy, and there's like a big lawsuit. And so now that like they really, really, really don't like the idea of units without models, which is why you'll see like a lot of things get legend, because they just don't have the capacity to make the model anymore because it's like an old production style, or it is just shitty, like an old sculpt, stuff like that. They're like, no one will buy the sculpt, so we're just gonna squat the entire unit because that's just how it is. I mean, the upgrade sprue for Horus Heresy, like a lot of those are just specifically because a lot of the stuff is just you take a tactical marine body and you put an upgrade sprue on it. It's a different unit. Like that game is very different to modern 40k. Isn't it? That's like it's more of it's a 7th edition throwback. Yeah, they had rules, but they didn't have like a model that you could buy on the shelf, which is why I imagine they just got fucking. I don't agree with it, mind you. I don't agree with that idea, but that's probably what's going on. Hey, people kind of do that. This kind of like old style. I wonder if like I probably need another gray color, which maybe I can kind of go back. I have an idea. Oh, or if it was Forge World, yeah, they definitely. Wait, I got a medium gray. Use that medium gray. Oh, the medium gray was the original. This is dark sea green. God damn it! Why did I think I grabbed that dark sea green because I was like, oh, I had like a medium gray variant. I'm gonna do a medium gray dot. I'm gonna do a light gray dot. I'm just gonna fuck around with this pauldron a little. Fuck around with this pauldron for a little bit. Yep, basically half and half. It up with a different brush because you don't want to use a good brush for paint mixing. A pretty good 50-50 mix. Nice. Sip. Ah. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, like. How you doing, Soldat? There's no word from how you doing. Oh yeah, got more painting in you. I do. I got like a half an hour of painting in it. Oh yeah, check it out. The Soldat, the lads for tomorrow. I spent today getting them built in Prime, so they're ready to party. Oh, this guy got streaking. What is she? I was like, what's wrong with it? Like, oh yeah, I think it just got like a little bit of back blast. He's the only one, and that's not the biggest deal. But yeah, I got like, I think I'm gonna start doing 8 warriors, and we'll go from there. And it's all good, Abyssinian. Abyssinian. Have yourself a good night. Take it easy, yo. A good rest. Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm actually still thinking about keeping a lot of my Stark models for the game, but only for like my Hearthguard. I want to still have like the big, stupid, huge Berserker guys as my Hearthguard, but then just like my regular warriors, I'm gonna move from this because like the Stark ones are kind of big. I want to move from those to more actual like Vicatrix models. Like, I take this like darker gray, which is kind of like the half and half. Like, that looks a technique that I know the idea of. I think just getting like the last little fundamental bits is going. Get it into the. I will find out. 25 goblins to Great Goblin, Prime the Great Goblin. There's also have Goblin Green base. Hey, I mean, you might as well. Everyone loves a good Goblin Green base. Everyone does love a good Goblin Green. Pauldrons have the word bearer symbol. All my dudes are going to probably have some variation of this. I did find a guy that did a bunch of really cool free bears stuff. So. Okay, I think I know what I need to do. This has been fucking with me for both of these guys. There's him, and then there's him. I think I just need to go ahead and metal up stuff on the Narthesium that I think should look. I think I was like, I'll just go back and do white, and then I'll do the metal. We'll do that. Let's get a bit of metal on there. I think Goblin Slayer likes it. I have not watched Goblin Slayer. So the weird thing is, like, I was always under the impression that it was just, like, edgy torture porn. And then apparently there's, like, a whole weird sub-story about, like, a guy, like, it's, like, a tabletop RPG campaign in the context of, like, the characters, which I think is neat, but I don't really give a shit about getting to that point. It's weird. Like, if they would have started with that premise, I think I would have been interested in reading it. But I don't want to go through the opening. So it's not because I'm like squeamish. Like, don't, not a thing I enjoy, I guess. Yeah, there we go. If I just get like, I mean, I get the stakes, but like, I don't know. Like, it's one of those things that like, if it's like, it's not the series for me, so I do not engage. For the people, is it literally only in the first episode? Really? Okay. I was sort of led to believe it was a lot more involved. Huh. Interesting. Getting the little nubbins. I guess that's what you do to get people hooked in the door, but like, I know so many people that are like, I'm actually not interested in it because of this. Huh. Weird. Kind of surprised, actually. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's got some cables on his face, too. Oh, no, he does got cables. What dude? He's all green. I do those face cables. Yeah. Then again, I guess though, even the whole reason a lot of people do have Reddit is because of the early episode, because you get that like, oh, edgy, ooh, and then and apparently it just turns into like a Dungeons and Dragons fantasy game. And you're like, oh, all right. Or I wonder, or well, what? Realistically, App, if you're D&D, you'd die horribly. You would absolutely just die horribly. You're able to keep the focus on goblins and still keep it. Oh, okay. Yeah, the thing is, like, I like that idea. I like that idea. Maybe I'll try to sit through the first. If it's literally the first episode, maybe I'll just try to sit through that and just be like, all right, get this edgy shit out of the way first for what I'm really wanting to see, which is weird cosmic D&D fuckery, I guess. Get the very lazy. Where a lot of my cabling for my word bearers is just. I think it's just I get that red-green contrast, and also it just looks. Gotta get that in there. Well, so the thing is, my brain is too fucked where I'm like, even if I won't like it, I'll need to watch it for context. I'll be like, oh, okay, just get it over with. All right. You got your edgelord shit out of the way. But then again, I have other shows I want to watch prior to that anyway, so realistically, I probably won't get around to it. Hey, it's all good, Austin. Have yourself a good night and take it easy, yo. I guess if it's like just a regular show at the end, then why set the stakes, I guess? I don't know. Once again, it's like I know that's how you get people in the door. Probably what they're doing. Hey, have yourself a good night though. Take it. The lads actually might be dry enough that I could them. Cabling, get the little metal bits. Could be ready. I say ready to party. They're so. I like these guys. They're neat. I mean, I can't bash them myself, so a lot. Not all the detail is the fault of stuff, but a lot of the detail is my fault. Someone want to make them look appropriate, so I am going to suffer. Stretchy. Say, also, how you doing, May? How you doing? Let's kill. There are still goblins for him to kill. so it's like that thing where it's like rangers in D&D are very silly, and that they have like I think they still have like the favored terrain. But it's like almost one of those things that like if you have favored terrain or favored enemies, you have to include that as a GM in some way, or like a good GM will like maybe be like, yo. Spoilers, but these are probably going to be a bit more relevant, or like maybe that enemy you picked won't be. We could work on something or something like that. But yeah, if they're going to idea to like, oh, everyone's fighting the Demon King, and I guess you could just be in the corner. You could just be in the corner fucking up. I don't know, just fucking up some goblins or whatever. It's fine. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm working on the lads actually. That last. I think a lot of the base kind of got done. my brain keeps wanting to go, what if I just turned it on high to really, really get it going? But I know as soon as I do, they will fly across the table. Oh yeah, I'm very big on like not being antagonistic DM and like working with my players, because usually if players choose something they want to see a certain experience, I'm a nice guy. I'm willing to work with them to make sure that they get the thing that they're jazzed about. But, or at the very least, I don't want them to pick a useless ability and they're like, all right, I decided to pick goblins as my favorite enemy. No goblins will show up in this campaign. It's about undead. Haha, idiot. I can't believe you chose that one. Like, that's dumb. Some people do that. That's not. That's how you doing, Woozaz? How you doing? Welcome. So, what's up, Block? Have yourself a good night as well. Take it easy, yo. Painting goblins, fuck yeah. We all be painting goblins, says me actively painting word bearers. Not goblins, in fact. Opposite of goblins. What do I want to do? I'm going to take some light green, and I'm going to use that for the cabling. And cabling, and then the eyes are... The eyes I'm going to paint white, and then do a little bit of contrast paint green to make it a little... Oh God, my light green is crusty as shit. I've had this forever. Like it feels weird when I have to screw in the paint. I'm like, oh God, I can feel resistance. Wee big glorpin on this. All right, I could just... Nice thing lately is I've just been using tweezers to help me remove a bunch of just like caked on paint. Pretty nice. Oh, get a little bit of that. I'm like stickifying this so I can actually like seal my paint. There we go. Hey, look at that. Look at that fucking chunk. For an enemy being X and the only enemy. I mean, that would kind of be fun, but also like I'm still sort of against that conceptually, because that means 99% of the campaign you're losing out a big part of your class. Like, it'd be like somebody rolling up with a fucking, like fire-themed sorcerer, and you're like, yeah, everyone's immune to fire. Except for one guy. I'm okay with, like, some... Oh, god damn it, the camera froze again. Oh, boy. Here we go. Turn off. Plug in. Turn on. Pray to the Omnisaya that this will not freeze. It's my digital camera thing freezing. Do I just gotta hammer it a bunch? I gotta figure out what's up with this. Like it's been kind of rough, but it's like getting progressively worse with each stream. What happens if I turn the camera off and then go to properties? Literally matter of just... The beta, if it's just a matter of just keep mashing properties on the digital camera. Take her words. Hey! Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. I believe in you. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? How you doing? I'm having technical difficulties. Oh, there we go. Oh. Think we're good? Hey, there we go. Oh. There we go. Hey, we're back. Let's go. Let's go. What the fuck is up with this? I gotta figure out what's going on. I will have to do I guess Trench Crusade probably won't take me super long tomorrow, because like I'm gonna be painting tomorrow as well. I did a 3 painting week. I don't know. I might do a terrain stream next Saturday. I do need a bunch of terrain now, especially if a Trench Crusade group is beginning to form. I will suddenly find myself needing the trenches. I think I started work on some trenches and they just did not super. A little thicker. Because maybe I probably just need a link. Okay, yeah, there we go. There we go. I'm gonna build this up to a brighter green. Start from the bottom, just get that. I'll probably like a Polly Pocket style. I don't know how that would work for minis. Then again, it's been a while since I thought about Polly Pocket. Like my adopted sister, I think, had a Polly Pocket thing, but I don't know exactly what goes into those. Yeah, I do have a new resin terrain. I guess I could do some 3D prints of stuff. I don't know. I think a while back I did making a trench, like a modular trench. And it turned out pretty well, but there was some flaws with that process, mostly like some prep issues. Like effectively, I think the biggest thing was like because of the way I did it. See, what was the exact issue? There was just like little bits you could still see through. And I've kind of thought of what I consider like a better way to go about doing it. So like maybe I might do a trench crusade, like making some trenches next Saturday. That might be fun. That might be fun to do, just so I could actually, like, once again, it would be nice just to have some terrain for the shop. That's the green method. The other option would be to do a white streak, and then because I'm going to use green for the eyes anyway. What if I do it like that? Hold on. I don't give a fuck. These guys are still testing a little bit. I'm going to take some Pro Acryl White. I don't think I'm going to do the whole thing where I'm going to do a like airbrush layer over this because I think it's just too thin. I think some white over this. Some white over this. Do some white in the eye sockets, and then I'll do a little bit of really bring it out. Yeah. You're thinking like real itty bitty. I guess. I mean, if you're doing like BattleTech, that might work. But yeah, no, I'm gonna need like a big, like 6x6, and then maybe like a foot-by-foot terrain. I forgot just like painting this Pro Acryl White directly on like a dark color. Really pops that up. There we go. Something like that. It. Yeah, I think this might be the way to do it. This might be the way to do it. I'll show you kind of why I'm doing it like this. I don't need to get too much on the mostly be hidden. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, so we got this. I think gonna like touch this up a little bit. But yeah, it's been a while since I did a terrain stream. That might be fun actually. I do enjoy terrain. I also realized that like I was thinking about like I was just looking through other people who do minis. I'm like think about the ones that I like seeing the most. And it's usually the ones that have like a lot of cool like terrain background stuff. Like a lot I take my photos and my minis are basically in the void. They're in a black void on a little spinner, and I like filming those shots, but it's like I could probably do a little bit more to jazz up the presentation. Getting some nice background terrain too would be cool. So we got that. Like a pretty solid thing. Let's get in his eyes. This is my smallest brush. I have a smaller one. I have a thinner brush that I'm going to use to try to get a little bit of white into the eyes. Oh, my thinner brush is getting scrunkly. Oh god, my detail brush is getting hella scrunkly. I think maybe if I... Okay, it's cleaning up good. It's cleaning up good. Get on that. Luckily, this guy's like the definition of the eye on these is actually really... There we go. So I can just go something like that. I can still see a couple little wet spots. Hindsight, I should probably let him... I really like these eye divots. This is some of like the nicest eye painting. Like it's just like in terms of just like, oh, it's nice and I thought the camera froze for a second. I was like, oh god. It's like nice and recessed in a way that's like, it absorbs the paint pretty. Got a little bit. All right, we'll try that. Return to quesadillas. Hey, yo, let's go. Nice. I'm fucking around with the eyes a little bit. Yeah, quesadilla sounds fucking rad right now. I do got the stuff to make a quesadilla, which I might hold you after. A little post-stream quesadillas. But the big thing I need to do after stream is I need to refresh myself on Trench Crusade's rules. I know basics, but I need to make sure that everything is fully ready to go. But for tomorrow, well, like reasonably ready to go. We're all going to be new players. I want to make sure I'm not totally just like clueless. It's been a while since I looked at the rules. All right. Let's try using the Arendis Green Contrast Paint, which I like using for some of these like little highlights. What did I have today? Oh yeah, I did the adult lunchable. I've been every now and then. Usually, honestly, once it hits fall, I start getting on like a weird charcuterie kick. I had me some nice. I got me some brie. I got me some peppered sausage, and I had a good old time. Got some crackers. I just did that like white the whole. Okay, this is not too bad. Oh yeah, there's a little screen down there too. That might... Here on this, but yeah, okay. So overall, not too bad for like getting that kind of blue, green, and that kind of bright shiny green for that. And do like maybe a little bit on the tip. That might actually be good. Crackers, she's safe. No, destroyed. Thank you for the hydrate and stretch. I will get that. Let me get this eye. Oh, paint's still a little wet there. Fuck. Oh god. These guys have been just like perilous. Like I think I'm like okay, I got them a little mistake. Fuck. There we go. I mean, worst case, I know how to touch these up. These guys will end up looking. I believe I believe in the process. Yeah, actually, in that case. Also, Arisian Bell, thank you. Follow and welcome to the workshop. How you doing? I'm big goofing apparently, but yeah, I'm working on some heavy weapon squad dudes. Yeah, if I go to the tip and just get that right consistency with the Pro Acryl white. There we go. All right, so I'll probably touch that up with another coating of white later, but then it'll look like they kind of like just fired a shot, or like they're about to fire a shot. Got like a nice little divot. There we go. Worst case scenario. God damn it. Making me want city as fuck. But yeah, how you doing? How you doing? If you do not know me already, I'm Halbernot the Mimic Elf. I'm a painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety, and I'm currently working on a heavy support squad for the Word Bearers. Anytime I just look at my screen and just see like me pausing a little bit, please don't freeze camera. I'm guessing based on a previous incident is that there was a virtual camera. Like, I think I've had an issue before where I had, like, a virtual camera that was just causing OBS to lock up because, like, it was trying to access it and couldn't find it or something weird like that. So I'm guessing there might be a similar scenario. If that's the case, it should just be a matter of figuring out what was weird. Because I think initially the issue was, like, it was something to do with, like, VC face, which, I guess I don't need anymore because I think Waludo is sort of like the replacement to VC phase. Also, V-Ride Howl, the new one that's being made by Happy Pekka, is going great actually. I've been getting a couple little preview shots. I think it still might be a week or two out. How you doing, Dustbin? How you doing? Thank you for the headband. During the goofy little mistakes I've been making, guys, I could definitely use some of that. But yeah, how you doing? How you doing? Currently adding little bits of white to the las cannons. That way I can do a little bit of a green contrast to make them look like they're glowing. Doing pretty good. This again? No, Word Bearers this time actually. Well, when was the last time I did like worked on some Minotaurs? It's been a bit. I still have basically the rest of the Infernus squad just on my desk. They're like close. So like a lot of the colors are done. I need to like touch up a couple of places. They're kind of there. I gotcha. I feel you. It sounds like doing like a lot of like YouTube focused stuff takes a lot of want to. But I also don't have time for it. But the eternal conundrum. I'm just like struggling to find the time to do so. Look very bright. To be fair, they are kind of grimy. To be fair, like I did do the streaking grime kind of thing. So they're very on the dingier side of What happens if I give this like another yeah, definitely giving the tube another coat. Like a couple vaguely splotchy little bits of the white, but overall the idea is together. Yeah, there we go. Get that emerald sadness tube. There, I can't stand her. Oh yeah. Honestly, a lot of my getting into them was due to the books, but I do like the lads. I do like the lads. I said, how you doing, right, sister? Welcome. How you doing? Working on some Word Bearers, and it's going overall pretty good. I've definitely been making some goof towards the end. Let's get the eyes going. Get the eyes going with this little bit of white on my palette. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, I think it is by weird coincidence that like the Lords of Silence and now the Primogenitor have like a decent Word Bearers present. Like not the hugest, like they're not like a big focus, but there's like a a chunk of both of those books that have like word bearer sort of stuff in it, which has been great. Hello, General Kenobi. Oh yeah, he does do that quite a bit. I feel like that they had to tell him to knock off on the lights. Nice. Ah, that's fun. I'll touch this up. Worst case, I just hit it with the dark red. Hit that dark red with a bit of grime and good to go. How you doing? How you doing? Good work on the tree. I definitely think maybe next week. I'm due for something. Oh yeah, I could do the. There was a time I was trying to experiment with using white ink for this. I vaguely remember that being like too hard to control though, even compared to this. There we go. There we go. There we go. So you didn't tag Browser over here. It started saturated bright colors. Yeah, oh yeah, I do kind of like that. I do kind of like when you see like an old picture of an ultramarine because they didn't have access to gold. They just had like a real bright yellow. It's definitely a vibe. It's definitely a vibe. Ooh, let's go. I kind of have like I sort of have two ways I want to do my heresy word bearers. One of them is very much like, oh, you burn monarch. Like they never got over monarchia. A lot of word bearers didn't. But like these guys really didn't. So they're sort of like very specialized to be kind of like lean to like Ashen Circle, Moriats, stuff like that. The other one is basically like a Gal Vorback recruitment force where they're like, listen, we need to figure out how to make Gal Vorback like stable to like be able to like consistently make them. So there's like going around the fringes and just trying to find like weird colonies that might better accept demon stuff. Like, but effectively just kind of like going in a way that like they're just trying to fuck around with as much demon bullshit as possible to try to really get like the secret sauce that would happen the first time. I might get a quesadilla. That did something. Okay, that one turned out pretty good. What did I do with that one that made that? Let's go in it. Maybe a lot of my issues, I'm just being kind of reckless tonight, so I think I just gotta try to stop that. I guess gotta like down, just focus. Yep. Last one. Not a huge amount. Yeah, the goal of finishing tonight did not happen. It did not happen, but I actually like they're built. They actually have like arms that are glued to their bodies now. I don't want to do any extra. I haven't been to the shop that has a lot of the used stuff. I'm curious if somebody came in again, because it does keep happening where someone's like, we'll just trade in a whole Horse Heresy army. It's like a relatively common occurrence. Usually it seems to be, weirdly enough, it seems to be Iron Warriors. I don't know why, but for some reason, Iron Warriors are what get like sent to my shop's like used bin, like on the like regular. I think the last one was Raven Guard. There we go. A bit better. My arms could use a bit extra glue these days. You could. I mean, just glue your arms. What's the first second? Like sometimes I do like that like glue feeling on my hand. To be fair, which makes me weird, but I do. I don't do it on purpose, and I still try to avoid it. But sometimes you get it on there anyway. That's kind of nice. Eyes are pretty much good. I think the game plan for the eyes. For the rest, even this guy, maybe. is probably to touch them up with some red. I could still do a couple little highlighty passes on this guy to like really make some stuff pop out. That might be the way to go. This. I would call my pistol tonight, but I'm sticking to my guns. Hey, what up? Something like that. Kind of like flick it up to like reach over the side. I guess I could also just get the entire tip. Maybe the entire tip wouldn't be too bad either. Find out. I think before I get too deep in the weeds on this though, it do be wrap up. I think it is time. So go ahead and go. All right, thanks for coming, everybody. I had a lot of fun. Dudes are not done yet, but they're getting there. Thank you for the help. Now, there we go. All right, schedule time. Tomorrow, I will be painting minis. Big if true. Big if true, right? Tomorrow, I'm going to be painting some historical minis. This will be the first time on my channel I will be doing historicals. I'm pretty excited about it. And so that should be pretty legit. They are going to be for the game called Saga. I enjoy a lot. Yeah, big if true, indeed. Love saying big if true. Yeah, I had that supposed to go for like 10 minutes or so. So I paint minis. Yeah, I know, right? Surprising. Looks like I'll go ahead and cut the YouTube side loop. Take it ever easy on the YouTubes, people. Catch all of you later. Bye-bye, YouTube people. Bye-bye.